Hey everybody, let's talk about love astrology. Where are my Libras, my Tauruses, my Cancers, and my Leos? Or if you have Venus in Cancer, Leo, Libra, or Taurus. Let's talk about love. Who's trying to manifest love in their life? Have you healed your childhood from your past childhood trauma? The moon, your moon sign. Have you healed from your family relationships? Your fourth house, Cancer, the moon. What was the role models that you had for one-on-one relationships? Seventh house, Taurus. Hey, Samina, you ready to manifest love? Solin, hello, why not Aries in a row? Aries rules sex more so than love, although sex is an important part of love. Hey, Siobhan, I need a boo. Yes. Hey, Dina. Hey, Casey. Hey, everybody. Make sure you guys like the video. If you want your own reading, contact me on lamartownsendtarot.com, or while I'm here, you can get your own live reading. To pay with PayPal, I'm going to put the PayPal link in the description box. Okay? Let's talk about love, guys. Let's talk about how to manifest love. All right? Have you guys healed from your childhood? Are you working on healing from your childhood? That's your moon sign in your fourth house. Have you healed? Now, what were your role models for one-on-one relationships, which is the seventh house? Were your parents together? That's an important thing. Leo rules the fifth house, which is romance and creativity. How open are you to romance? Leo, Kilatrilla, Leo moon seeking a rich old hubby. I know that's right, Kilatrilla. Giati Agrawai. Hello, hi. Siobhan, Venus in the first house, Gemini in the seventh house, ruling the second. Wow. Dina, no, but I'm trying Capricorn moon. Okay, so as a Capricorn moon, that's really important. Now, the relationship with the father probably has the most influence when it comes to you and your relationship, Dina, because Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn rules the relationship with the father, right? So as a Capricorn moon, that's important for your healing. Siobhan, I'm healing. All these Pluto squares. Yes, yes. We have to heal to manifest love. All right. We have to, in order to, learn to love ourselves, right? All right. Also to learn to control our emotions and have control over our emotions, to balance. That's really important. Our moon sign. So you wouldn't think initially that the moon sign and the sun sign or the fifth house would be important when it comes to manifesting love, but it is. How okay are you with public ridicule and public scrutiny and public criticism when it comes to your love life? Have you healed that? Your sun sign, your Leo. That's Leo energy, right? Our ability to be okay with living our life in the public eye, right? Dina, I grew up in my grandma's house. My mom came and went. My dad was out of my life. I met him when I was 11. Ooh, that probably has a big impact on your love life. Do you think it does? How do you think it affects your love life, Dina? Do you find yourself constantly trying to heal the relationship with your father, with your moon in Capricorn? Who? Oh, your moon is in Aquarius, Siobhan. So you can also have some father issues or something with the father, because Aquarius is also ruled by Saturn, right? But Aquarius is mainly ruled by Uranus. So when it comes to your emotions and the relationship to your father and maybe your family, it may be a little bit unpredictable. Like your family also may be a bit quirky too, in a certain way. So I think also as the moon in Aquarius, being able to differentiate yourself from your family is very important. Casey, Aquarius moon in the eighth house. Ooh, eighth house Pluto energy. Cap Sun and Cap Merc in eighth house too. Love life is yeah. Cap Mercury can be very rigid and traditional in how they see things, which is okay, but in an eighth house world right now, I think we need to be a bit more open-minded, right? But where's your fifth house in? Do you know where your fifth house is in, or where your Venus is in? Because Venus is how we express our love. Do you know your love language? Do you guys know your love language? Have you grown to understand your love language through your moon sign, which is how you express your emotions, and through your Venus, which is how you express yourself in relationships? But then we could also attach that to Mars, which is how we express our raw energy in general. But I still equate Mars with sexual energy, right? Samina, my birth father was not in my life, but I did have stepfather whom was more like my birth father. Okay. So how do you think that affected your love life? Not having your birth father in your life, but having a stepfather. I kind of had the same thing where like my father was in my life, but not in my life due to like circumstances. And I definitely had to heal that part of myself where I was used to, guys being in my life, but not really, hot and cold, wishy-washy. Also, my parents weren't together, like they weren't married. So that as a, seeing as a role model of a one-on-one relationship between my parents, my seventh house, which is in Pisces, by the way, I had to heal that. Boundaries, was really important, for me to learn. Shimon, you're right, Lamarr. My dad's also an Aquarius. Oh, wow. So he's an Aquarius. I think my dad was a Scorpio. He passed away, by the way. Dina, oh, yes. I'm in a really hard relationship marriage. I feel I tried to fill the void I had and currently have with my mom. With my dad, I just don't know what love is supposed to look like. Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting. And see, the relationship with our parent, the gender of the parent that we end up kind of not saying that we end up liking our parents, but whatever gender we end up liking, the relationship that we had with that gender of parent affects our choices in, partners. And also us seeing that gender of parent have their own one-on-one relationships affects our choices in love as well. Seventh house energy. Seventh house rules one-on-one relationships, business partnerships, and things of those natures. Sharing your money with one another, like a very serious seventh house energy. So I wonder where your seventh house is in, Dina, actually. Siobhan, I have Sun, Moon, and Mercury square Pluto. Oh, wow, that's a lot of square Pluto. So both parents I have issues with. Yeah, that's interesting. My love language is affirmation. Okay, so you like affirmation. You like to know that things are the way they are. That's very important for you. How do you express that, though, yourself? That's important to know how you express that yourself. How do you express, affirming things? Or how do you express getting affirmation? I'm a Libra moon, so that's also important for me too. But I express it through communication. Like communication is very important for me. That's a, very affirming thing. But I would think it would be the same thing for you, Siobhan, right? Because, you're an Aquarius moon. Um, Killer Trilla, my folks are still together, but I'm not okay with how my dad treats my mom. Yeah, see? Now, where's your moon sign in your Saturn, Killer Trilla? Dina, how can I tell where my seventh house is? You can go to Cafe Astrology, but you have to know you have to know the time and the place you were born. Samina, my love life is a mess. Hot and cold relationships, even though I know who my soulmate twin is. Yeah. See, now, did you grow up seeing hot and cold relationships being played out in your life or in other people's lives? Because I saw that a lot in my life too. And I had to grow out of that, being okay. Because you also tend to go towards what you're comfortable with, right? And sometimes we can be comfortable with dysfunction until we grow out of that, right? Siobhan, I'm Venus conjunct Neptune rising. Okay. So I show and speak my heart to others. Okay, so you're Venus and rising sign in Pisces, right? So oh yeah, that's good. Okay, so you really do know your love language, then, Siobhan. That's good. Killer Choice Success Leo. Oh wow, okay. So the sixth house deals with like work and health. So you could meet love through those means, but I don't know. It's possible. It's definitely possible. Leo deals with the seventh house or the fifth house. I'm sorry. And the fifth house is the house of creativity and romance. So it's our relationship with children, the romantic aspect, how we feel about romance, how we once again approach romance. Kind of like Venus, but seventh house Gemini, so it's pretty interesting. Wow, that is interesting. You are always kind of going back and forth on, things, about your love life, wanting more, but it's like you want more, but you have to give more, and you don't want to give more, you just want more. It's like that kind of thing. Casey, I like acts of kindness. It's hard for me to express my feelings, and that's what guys don't like about me. That could be something that needs to be healed, Casey. Maybe, did you grow up seeing relationships where the women weren't, or people weren't allowed to express their feelings, or did you grow up in that kind of family? See, the relationships we grew up seeing, even the relationships we grew up seeing on TV, I know that sounds really weird, but mainly the relationships that we grew up seeing in our actual waking day-to-day life. Hey, Dave. They make up a big part of our love life as we get older. Like, what we look for, what we expect, our expectations. All right. And also our relationship with our family. So it's really, really important that you know what's going on with your moon sign in your fourth house. All right. I have fourth house in Scorpio, so I have a lot going on with my family right now. But I understand like that. I expect that, But it's all about healing, right? Not everything, not every cord that you cut, even if it's family, is for the bad. Killer Trilla, Saturn, Aquarius. Ooh, 11th house, Leo. Okay, so 11th house is friends and acquaintances. So you're definitely friendly and probably very flirtatious. Moon, 6th house. Oh, wait, I think I read that backwards. Saturn, Aquarius, 11th house in Leo, Moon. Wait, I thought you had 6th house in Leo. Or am I reading that wrong? Samina, Mariano. No, my mother has been with my stepfather ever since I was 3. Oh, okay, so that's the relationship that you kind of always known. But then you have your father come into your life at age 11. So, okay, let's do the math. 11 minus 3, 10, 9, 8. So 8 years of not knowing this man, and then suddenly he pops into your life, and you have to deal with this new relationship. How did that affect your life? How did that affect your love life and your choice in dating? Samina, my mom is an Aquarius, and my father and stepfather are both Leos. Interesting. That's interesting. Casey, everyone's relationship I saw growing up were a mess. Mine too. Yeah. Siobhan, it's more than one way to express love. There is more than one way to express love. That is absolutely right. By the way, to those who want a reading, you just send a super chat or a PayPal donation and $5 to $10, and I'll give you a reading on here. Or, hey Bratch. Okay. Peace and light, Lamarr. It's so nice to catch you live. Thank you for joining us. Casey, right, Siobhan, I like to give, but attract guys who like words of affection. It's weird. Coach, 6th house Leo, 6th house Leo, moon, 11th house. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So you have your moon in 11th house. So you're very selective of who you choose to bring into your world with your 11th house and Cancer. Saturn and Aquarius, the relationship with your father could be a bit unpredictable. Casey, if you don't like to speak it, maybe write it on a love note. Yes. Yeah, you have to get it out of you. You have to express it. So the moon, Venus, all right, the 5th house, the 4th house, and the 7th house are all very important when it comes to attracting love. All right. Our family, the relationship that we have to our family, it makes a big difference. It has a big impact on our love life. All right. Think about it. The family is supposed to be the support system. So it's the first place that we learn support and what support looks like. All right. Um, Relationships are, should be supportive. All right. But when we don't see that growing up, we tend to act out what we see until we learn that, you know what, something about this doesn't feel right. Something about this isn't what I need. And then we start healing that fourth house moon energy. And then from there, we start to learn more about ourselves. Oh, well, I really feel this way. Because a lot of times, with our family, and with our parents, they have a way where they influence how we feel. They influence what we think, they influence how we feel our lives should, play out. And it's not until we figure out what we want, or how we should feel, or what we feel, truly feel. Thank you, Muhammad. Faraz, love the way you speak. Thank you so much. It's not until we figure out our true selves, at the depths of our core, because it's like, as a child, that's the moon sign is our childhood, but, as we grow up, we kind of lose that essence a bit of our childhood. And then we kind of have to dig, deep, get, take, get rid of the baggage and find that inner child again. All right. To love ourselves unconditionally, which is why it's so important to see the moon sign also deals with the relationship with the mother too. So typically from the parents with the mother and the father, it's also the first place where you learn love, where you kind of receive love and learn what love looks like. Unconditional love. So it should be, right? But when we don't get that, we have to learn what that is, what that looks like, right? So the moon and the fourth house are so important when it comes to manifesting love, all right? And, dealing with our family, BS, dealing with the BS from our parents. Not saying all parents are bad, all, families are bad, but we all have, listen, we all have things that we need to heal from our childhood. We all have issues that we need to heal from, from our parents, the parents can be the best people in the world, but they're not perfect, right? All right, let me catch up with comments. So, Samina Mariana, I didn't meet my father when I was 11. He just wasn't around. Oh, okay. I saw him from time to time. I don't really know him. Oh, well, I'm sure that still affected your love life in some way, though. You know? Muhammad, thank you. Siobhan, my North Node is in Leo, so I'm here to love. But it's been rough. Yeah, which means your South Node is in Aquarius. So love may have been really tough for you in a past life. So you may be learning new lessons or, relearning certain lessons at this time. But with your North Node in Leo, it's like you're being thrust into the limelight in a space where you're not totally comfortable. Siobhan, and in the eighth house at that. Oh, you have eighth house in Leo? Sharon Richardson. Hello, Lamarr. I'm an Aries Sun, Scorpio Moon, and a Taurus rising. Hi, Sharon. Oh, you're a Taurus rising? Okay, so that's very important. Okay, so the rising sign is the first house. The first house deals with our, self-image, the image that we project out into the world. All right, so with rising sign in Taurus, I think the image of love, what love looks like, is very important, probably. But I would have to know what first of all, with the Scorpio moon, the relationship with the family may be a bit chaotic, or transformative in some way. All right, whether that transformation, was a good or bad experience growing up. Faye Bell, hi Siobhan. Hey Faye. Dina, I can't figure out my seventh house. Do you know what time and place you were born, Dina? Dina, I don't even know where to look on the chart. What chart calculator are you using? I like to use Cafe Astrology. I think it's the easiest one and the most kind of easy to understand one. Kilachula, I think I got lucky. My big brother was legit a better role model. I'm lucky he was so stable, or less my head would be totally fucked, to be honest. Yeah, see, it's always good to at least have one sane person in your family to look up to. All right. And to have your back, to just have that support. We don't all have that. We don't all have that, though. So some of us have to go and seek that, right? We have to go figure out what that looks like. All right. But once we figure that out, we start to get a little bit more into our Venus, right? And into our fifth house and into, well, mainly the fifth house is where from the moon and the fourth house we get into the fifth house, which is really how we kind of start figuring out what we like, all right, and what we don't like with dating and romance, because the fifth house deals with dating and romance. It's not really serious like the seventh house, which is marriage and stuff like that, right? But with the fifth house, we're really, dipping our feet into the water, actually, going into the, the little baby side, edging our way into the deep end, right? Which is the Venus in the seventh house. And that, yeah, hi Lamarr. My son is my son is Libra, my son is Libra, sun, Cancer, moon, and Aquarius rising. Wow, so you're very, very much romantic, but you also, with your Cancer moon, you're very connected to your mother, maybe, or you're very nurturing. All right, that's very important. But also with the Cancer moon, what your mother experienced in her relationship with her husband, or whatever the situation was, affected you in some way. Her emotions, what she went through emotionally, right? Dina, but I know my rising is in Scorpio. Okay, rising sign in Scorpio. That's interesting. Well, with Scorpio energy, when it comes to attracting love, because with rising, it's more so attracting, like, surface level attracting, it's almost like, the rising sign is the image, the outside image that attracts people to you initially. But then we get deeper, into the rest of the houses, the second, the third. So with Scorpio rising, you are naturally magnetic, and you naturally, radiate a certain essence that attracts people. But whether or not people are willing to go deeper, depends on both them and you. Faye, good morning. Good morning. Is it morning where you are? It's 12. By the way, guys, guess what? I'm moving into my apartment tonight. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm moving into my apartment tonight. So by Tuesday, I should be doing lives in my apartment. Now I'm a little bit frustrated because my actual MacBook Pro is in Apple K right now. So I'm waiting for my MacBook, but I think I can still take my cousin's laptop with me to my apartment. It's only an hour away, so I can just drive back and forth, Yes, Siobhan, I am so excited. I'm so excited. Yes, Dina. Yeah, congrats for finally moving. I know, I'm so excited, Faye. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Faye. Let me catch up with the rest of the comments up here, though. Where did I leave off? I know I left off talking about Scorpio before I got into how excited I was about moving. Okay, Dina said she was a Scorpio rising. Cafe Astrology. Oh, you're using Cafe Astrology, Dina? Faybell, I'm Sag Sun, Taurus Moon. Taurus Moon, interesting. So whatever happened in the home really had an effect on you. But it's like the type of energy where it's like whatever happens in the home stays in the home. Cancer North Node or South Node. Because if you're a Cancer North Node, then in a past life you could have been very focused on actually not love. Because then you would be, if you were a Cancer North Node, you'd be a Capricorn South Node. But if you're a Capricorn North Node, you'd be a Cancer South Node, which means in a past life, family, you were very connected to your family. But now, so if you're a Cancer North Node, you were Capricorn South Node, which means probably in a past life, you weren't as connected to your family. So family is very important to you nonetheless in this life. Or it could be separating from your family. Dina, I was born in Whittier, California, I think at 120, but not positive. Whittier. So do you have your birth chart pulled up? Because if you have your birth chart pulled up, I can tell you what the seventh house is. It's the V, which is 5 in numerical numerals, and then the 2 right after it, which is the seventh house. Velma, hey, Cancer, Sun, Taurus, Moon, Libra, Rising. Wow, Cancer, Sun, Taurus, Moon, Libra, Rising. That is a lot. But you attract love to you very easily with that. Cancer women can easily attract love to them. And Libra risings. Faye, Dina I'm from Chidia. You were born on August 20th, 1991. Yes, 91, baby. 91 babies in the hizzy. Queen of the Harpies. Hello, Lamarr. I'm a Cancer Sun, a Virgo rising, and a Pisces moon. Hi, Queen of Harpies. So you're a Cancer Sun, a Virgo rising, Pisces moon. Interesting. So boundaries is really important for you with that Pisces moon. With your Virgo rising, you're very structured. You can be very shy and reserved. You may like the other person to make the first move. All right, Siobhan, I have Chiron in the 5th, which sucks. Interesting. Chiron is about healing. Healing our wounds. So if you have it in Leo, then that means you may be healing your wounds in public. You have to expose them, with the, I guess the intention of healing others. But by you taking off your mask, you help other people to you take off theirs. Dave, when does Venus ascend? What do you mean? You mean when does it go direct? Or Dina, Maria, hi. Faye, yes, Dina. I saw Christina Coffee on here. Siobhan, you're from the movie. Yes, okay, I'm all caught up. Thank you, Dave. Tamika, good morning, Lamarr. I'm enjoying these live chats. Thank you, Tamika. Thank you for joining. Fallen Sin, hello. Hi, Fallen Sin. I'm a Gemini Sun, Libra Rising, and Scorpio Moon. Okay, so with that Scorpio Moon, the relationship with the family, once again, is very transformative, very a catalyst for a lot of change. A catalyst for a lot of change in your life. Maria, well, I'm a Leo. Okay, so love teaches you strength. Love teaches Leo strength. To rely on your inner strength a lot. So anyone with Leo energy, especially also if you have a Leo moon, your family could be a source of teaching you strength or a source of strength. Or if you have 4th house in Leo. Strength was a very important theme probably in your family, or teaching you strength. Because Leo's, very strong. Katie, hello. Cap, Sun, Taurus, Moon, Libra, Rising. Wow. Interesting. Okay. So with the Taurus Moon, the way things are, keeping things in the home is very important. With your Libra Rising, it's easy for you to attract love. You're very charismatic. You're very, flirtatious. Faye, astro.com. Astro.com. Interesting. Mario, what? I don't know what else. Dina, my son is a Taurus moon too. Interesting. Marlon, hey Marlon. I'm a Libra sun, Gemini moon, Libra rise. Oh, you have a lot of Libra energy, Marlon. So balance is really important for you, Marlon. Anyone with Libra energy it's very important for balance in relationships, balance between giving of yourself to people and allowing others to give to you, but also a balance between giving of yourself and keeping things to yourself. Don't give all yourself, Libra. Also, boundaries is really important for Libras too. I'm a Libra moon, so. And with your Gemini moon, Mercury does rule sibling energy. All right, so maybe there could be something with sibling energy that affected, or that maybe you need to heal from, or that affected you in some way, Marlon. Did you have a sibling growing up that you looked up to, or that you had issues with? Fallen Sin, is it normal that I'm Gemini but I feel like a Libra? It could be. Do you have Libra in your chart? Kendra Butler, hey Kendra, thank you for doing these live chats. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm a Leo Sun, Cancer Moon, and Cancer Rising. Interesting. So, all right, Cancer is ruled by the moon, so that's the relationship to the mother and the family. So once again, family is very important to you. Leo Sun, inner strength, all right? And being strong even when things seem bleak, or even when things seem like they're going to fall apart, right? That's Leo energy. And when we put that in relationships go through ups and downs. No relationship is perfect, right? So the sun is, kind of how we deal with that energy. How do we deal with the ups and downs, the good and the bad? And how do we, do we still wear a brave face out when we go out in public? Do we still, hold, what's the word? Do you hold down the fort together, or, is it broken? That's the sun energy, the 5th house. So also with your Cancer moon and Cancer rising, Kendra, family is very important. Like a family person is probably someone you want to end up dating. Neek Neek. Hello, Lamarr. Hi, Neek Neek. Cancer sun, Leo moon, Libra rising, and 7th house in Aries. Wow. So with your 7th house in Aries, you definitely you definitely are attracted to power in relationships. All right. Hey, David. Neek, you're definitely attracted to power in relationships, powerful people. You will probably end up marrying a powerful person, a person in power or something like that. And it could be, a person who's just powerful in some way, who has influence. All right, with that Aries 7th house. Cancer sun, you could be a bit shy, but you may attract love easily. Cancer suns have a way about them, especially the women, where it's almost like a little damsel in distress energy. And I think it's a same thing with Pisces sun, but I think people are attracted to that, actually, that vulnerableness. I think it's the vulnerableness that Cancers and Pisces and maybe Scorpios carry that attracts people. Leo moon, family is a source of strength. Maybe the mother is a source of strength, to be specific, because the moon rules the relationship to the mother. Now, where's everyone's Saturn in? Because remember, the relationship to the mother and the father is equally as important, whether they were in your life or not, right? Dave, I like hearing you, brother. You are doing an amazing job. I have to go, but I will catch you later. Namaste. Thank you so much, Dave. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for joining the live. Fallen Sin. Yeah, and thank you for joining the live and also patrolling the live. Yes. Fallen Sin. Yes, I'm a Libra rising, but a Gemini sun. Oh, so yeah. See, the rising sign is how people see us. It's also the image that we project out into the world. So it's often, that rising sign is the energy that we will attach to when we don't necessarily feel like tapping into our true emotions, or it's like wearing the brave face energy. The sun and the rising sign work in tangent in that way. I feel like crap and I'm still gonna smile. Not saying that has anything to do with anything, but I'm just kind of giving examples. But that kind of explains why you would maybe feel like a Libra. Maybe you just it's easier for you to tap into that energy. Maybe the Gemini sun can be just a bit exhausting, because Libras are really balanced. David, I had to meditate. You were so right about spiritual health. See? Yes, meditation is so important. Balance. We were talking about that at the beginning of the live. Balance is really, really important, especially, when it comes to that moon. All right. And also expectations about love. Sometimes our expectations, but the expectations come from what we grew up seeing in love. 7th house, right? One-on-one relationships, the one-on-one relationships that we grew up seeing in our life, the marriages that we grew up seeing in our lives, the supposedly committed relationships that we saw in our lives, right? And then maybe the 5th house was a different side we saw of people, right? Because the 5th house and the 7th house, can either work in tangent or they can work opposite one another, right? For example, I have 5th house in Sag and 5th house in Pisces, which is kind of the same, but Pisces, Neptune rules solitude and soul growth, whereas Sagittarius, Jupiter rules expansion and, moving forward. Thank you, Siobhan, for the $5. All right, I'm going to get into Siobhan's question in a second. David Baban, I feel a profound sadness during the session, like a purge. That's good. Yeah, sometimes you have to let the energies flow through you. Raveen Mali. Hi, Raveen. Hi, Lamarr. I always enjoy the live chats. Yes, thank you. I'm a Scorpio, Sun, Gemini, Moon, and Taurus rising. Interesting. So the relationships, do you have siblings, Raveen? Or do you have family that, it's like maybe you have an aunt or uncle and they're like siblings? Something like that. Or it could be the mother is like a sibling, because once again, here you have the moon energy. But that could be a good or bad thing, because, with Gemini moon, it's like you have adults when you're a child talking to you like you're an adult, which can turn into them pouring, their issues onto you, like you understand what they're talking about. But you, as a child, you take in that energy not knowing what to do with it. Libras are so charming. I know, they really are. David Buwan, my natal Saturn is in my 6th house of Sagittarius. Wow, okay. Had my Saturn return in 2017. It was intense. I'm a Gemini rising. Interesting. So how's the relationship with your father, with your Saturn in Sagittarius, David? Tamika, I have Venus in Cancer. I love gifts and lots of affection. That's how I feel and express my love language. Okay, that's good. That's good. Fabel, David, I barely survived Saturn return and several years later. Oh, Jesus, y'all are making me nervous for mine. My Saturn is in Aries. My Saturn is in Aquarius, so that's unexpected energy, all right? David Rubon, I lost my job as soon as my Saturn hit my 7th. Jesus. Lord, thank you for protecting everyone in this live with your fiery walls of protection. Okay, so Siobhan's question. You were so right about Chiron in the 5th. I want to start a blog and help people to heal while exposing my own struggles. Will it work? Interesting. All right, let's get into Siobhan's question. Let me just make sure I word it right. Okay, so Siobhan's, her question is, I want to start a blog and help people to heal while exposing my own struggles. Will it work? Okay. So will Siobhan's blog based around her healing while exposing her own struggles, will it work? Will it be successful for Siobhan? Will it help others to heal? Should Siobhan start a blog about her healing process while exposing her own struggles? And will it become successful? Will she help others to heal in the process of her healing and her growth? See, I love this question. This is perfect for this live. This is moon energy healing itself. This is 4th house energy. This is actually 7th house energy. And maybe 5th house. All the energies kind of healing together. I love it. Okay, so the last shuffle. Should Siobhan, if she were to create a blog exposing her own truth while healing, will it be successful? Here we have the Queen of Pentacles in the past. So you definitely are focused on it being successful. Siobhan, are you a Capricorn? What is your sun sign? Siobhan, are you a Capricorn? Sun? By the way, for those who want to pay via PayPal, if you don't want to pay with Super Chat, the link is below. Or the link is in the chat. Okay, so you are a Capricorn. Okay. Oh, here we have the 3 of Swords. So there is something about, being afraid to expose your truths, being afraid to dig a bit deep into that Pluto subconscious energy to bring things up, but also to share it. It's kind of like a catharsis, but it's almost like literally the energy of the live we were talking about yesterday of, death and rebirth, bringing things up and it feeling like death, but then, as you bring it up and push it out, it's like a rebirth, right? The Magician. I think this would be a really good thing for you, Siobhan, actually, to pursue. I do think it would be really healing with the Magician card coming out. And I think it could turn into something bigger than you expect it to be. I think you look the world. So you would actually, there's something about around karma attached to this, good karma. I feel like you would get good karma from this if you were to do this, to create this blog. Okay, so the King of Pentacles came out in the past. I thought it was the Queen, but the Queen of Pentacles does come out. So this is definitely you. All right. I feel like you could actually kind of create a business around this somehow. I don't know if you're thinking about creating a business around it, but I don't know. Did you go to school for something? We do get the Hangman. So this is about patience, things coming together slowly but surely. All right, Siobhan. Did you go to school for like counseling or for psychology or something like that? Yes, Faye, get those affiliate links. Make sure you get that advertising money for your blog. Here we get the Nine of Swords, which is about worries and fears. Here we have the Five of Wands. So this can be about competition, but this can also be about, Siobhan, your worst fears manifesting. So be careful with that. You know, Capricorns, we can sometimes, our fears can manifest because we put so much energy towards them. Yeah, I did go take some classes in psychology. Okay, so because I feel like something around psychology classes and it having an influence on this that you're creating. I think you'll be fine. I just think it's going to be the true process is literally the healing for you. I think that's going to be the biggest issue because I think I literally get the energy. It's like you heal from one thing, you get it out, you know, you put it out there, and it's like, okay, whew, got that out, and then something else comes up, and it's like, oh Lord, I have to go through this again. But I think in the end, it's really going to bring you balance in your life. I really do. I feel like by a few months in this blog, you'll really be in a better place to be more willing to share things and also feel good about what you're doing. So I definitely feel like you should go for it. Now, I don't know why I got the King of Pentacles here in the past. This can be you, but it can also be father energy. I do feel like there's a main issue that this kind of blog could center around that kind of, you know, splits off into other issues. But that's what I see. People always come to you with their issues. See, yeah, I feel like you could actually create a business around, like, I feel like you could create a business around this. Right, I would go to her with my issues too. But with that being said, you also have to protect your energy. Like, you're gonna need to take your spiritual baths. All right, you're gonna need to clear your energy. This was phenomenal. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, you should do it. Do it. Do it. For sure. I think it would be healing, and I think it could be a lucrative business opportunity for you, to be honest. That's the thing with Capricorn. Sometimes, you know, when we take risks, we can stumble upon gold we didn't even expect to find. But that's almost with anyone. Let me catch up with these comments. Okay, David, it was conjuncting my natal Uranus opposing my ascendant. Yes, Siobhan, you need a block. She does need a block, Faye. Ravine, Mally, no, I'm an only child, but really close to my cousins. Okay, that makes sense. But how did being an only child affect you? Because, Ravine, you know, it's one thing to have your cousins and, you know, be around your cousins, but, you know, eventually you have to go back to, you know, being that only child. How did that affect you? Dina, weird things with my siblings. I have a sister that is a year younger than me. We were separated as kids, reunited after high school, and now we don't talk. My mom gave my brother up for adoption. That is weird. That's interesting. Where's your third house in, Dina? Do you know? Oh, I guess you wouldn't know. The third house does deal with siblings, all right? Dina kept my youngest brother. That's interesting. Do you talk to the brother that was up for adoption? David, I was overprotected as a child. Me too. Me too. I want to play that Britney Spears song. Oh, that was my song when I was younger. Protected. All right, David Buban. My father was there physically but absent in terms of emotional support. Yeah. Same. Same. I just sometimes felt like my father didn't understand me. Dina. And often I feel misunderstood, right? But I had to learn to understand myself, you know, first. Dina. So I grew up kind of like a single child. Then when my youngest brother was born, I took on a mother role because my mom is very irresponsible and detached. See? Maybe do you feel like you have to mother people in relationships sometimes? Faye Bell, David, me too. It's not good, overprotected. It's not. And it's with good intentions though, right? Most of the times. Faye, I feel you. David, have a close bond with my mom. She's a Virgo ascendant and I'm a Virgo moon. Okay, so that makes sense. I don't have any siblings, but I do have a strong brother figure, and we call each other brothers. Okay, interesting. Queen of Harpies. My Saturn return is just starting in Capricorn along with Pluto. Wow. David, I'm deciding to write a book for my healing. Do it. Faye, why be attached when you're irresponsible? You expose yourself. Exactly. I find my escape through home comfort, losing myself in novels and journal writing. I do a lot of journal writing. Yes. Okay, Tamika, I don't understand why I keep attracting men with Scorpio moon. My spouse-in-law, I'm with now, he has a Scorpio moon. What's your moon sign in? And do you know what your fourth house is in? Siobhan, people always come to me with it. Yes. Siobhan, we just live in a superficial world nowadays. I want to be taken seriously, but I know I don't have control. We do live in a superficial world. But I think, you will be fine. Culturally, I feel like my father didn't like me. Do you often question whether the people you're dating like you as well? Yahula, I'm sad. Hi, I'm sad sun, Gemini moon, and Cap rising. Love your videos. Thank you, Yahula. Cap rising, interesting. So you like tradition in certain ways. Ravine Mali, definitely sad when I had to go back home. Overall, I felt like I grew up a lot quicker than other kids, constantly being the mediator between my parents' arguments. Yeah, so you had to grow up quicker, which means, maybe as you were, a teen, you expected more in relationships, right? You expected, the other person to be, mentally as grown up as you. So that's hard to find. I think that was my situation too. People like that may, end up dating people older than them. Siobhan, this is a great topic. My parents never supported me. I was the youngest but strongest child. It's being a Capricorn. Exactly. That's one thing, Capricorns deal with is support. Learning to support ourselves. It's very important. It's very important in love too. David Beaumont, I get strong intuitive pulls towards love. Is spirit trying to tell me that I'm going to commit to someone soon? Maybe. I just feel like your heart's opening up to love more. And that's going to attract love. Dina, I figured out my seventh house is in Taurus. Okay, so what happened in the home played an important role in how you view one-on-one relationships and how you view love and how your expectations are of love. So take what you learned from those experiences, the good and the bad, and create your own experience, right? As the seventh house in Taurus. But also be willing to, be open to the other person's interpretation of love experience, all right? Of a one-on-one relationship. Faba, a lot of people don't express, or we just aren't aware of the profound loneliness many of us experience. Exactly. It's the world we live in, Social media makes it seem better than it is, right? And David Bourbon, I feel like that Taurus full moon is going to be powerful for me. It's hitting my natal north node at 0 degrees. When does the full moon go in Taurus? Why do I not know this? Fabel, rest in peace, Jonathan, 2016, and I just found out. People answer your phones and cherish the moments. Who's that? Rest in peace, though. Dina, no, it was a closed adoption. Oh, what does that mean? Closed adoption. That's sad. Killer Chilla. Damn, when you say it like that, I feel like a hit dog hollering. I defo have very high standards because I grew up fast, see, and had so much responsibility from young, and that's why I like older men, like way older men now. Exactly. Like at 26, soon to be 27, I have my own place. I have real bills to pay. So it's like part of me doesn't want to entertain someone my age because, they won't get it. But then I'm like, I have to understand, we all have our experiences, but it took a long time to get here for me to, put myself to as a high of a standard as I put other people. That's also important too, right? Like you have to meet the standards you set for others, right? Yahula. I'm sorry for smacking, by the way. Y'all know I'm just comfortable. Yahula, I'm Venus and Mars Capricorn also. Oh, so you're Venus and Capricorn. Wow. So really expressing your love for you can be difficult. Also, so yeah, I like tradition with relationships. Exactly. Dina, my mom gets yearly pics of my brother yearly, so he's so handsome. Aw. David, the 24th of October. Okay, so that's really soon, actually. That's Wednesday. Siobhan, Lamarr, how do you deal with a client who is persistent about what they want, but you don't see it in the cards? I just have to deliver the truth. But I try to deliver it in such a way that I give them hope, and that I also, let them know that, this may not be working out, but there's something better out there for you, this just means that maybe this isn't the right thing for you. You try to you try to put it in such a way that you don't hurt their feelings. At least that's how I do it. Because I can only tell you the truth, right? Like, I'm not one of those psychics who tells you what you want. Because I don't like to be told what I want. If that's not the case, right? Like, I want to know the truth. So, if you're getting a reading, be able to handle the truth, but I'm going in with the expectation that if you're buying a reading, you're wanting the truth, right? Like that's what you're coming to me for. So, but my Libra moon, just wants, to make everything, all lollipops and gumdrops, but sometimes it's not, So, Dina, mother people sometimes, but I feel a heavy burden of responsibility for my loved ones. See? And that's the experience that you had growing up, feeling like you had to be, hold the burden of responsibility for your loved ones, right? Your mother, your siblings, and maybe all those in between, including those responsibilities in between, because the Saturn placement does deal with responsibilities too. Was love a responsibility? Did you see love as a responsibility growing up, or did you see it as something more? What were your examples of love growing up? What did you see? Oh, Jesus, I'm missing all the okay. Faye, my old neighbor closed adoption, the files are suit. Oh wow. I didn't know that. Faye, everything crumbled at Saturn return. I thought I had it lined up. Now I'm starting over. Jesus. God, make me want to burn some sage. Faye, about everything crumbled. Oh, okay. Let me not read that again. David Buon, I like older guys too. I find safety and security in them. It's probably because I feel like it was lacking having an absent male figure growing up. I do like older guys, and I like guys who are more dominant than me or more, I won't say aggressive because I don't really like aggression. Does I meet aggression with aggression sometimes? But I definitely like a guy who I don't know, is older than me or is just more dominant than me. I don't know how to explain it. Siobhan, honestly, I can see you with an older man, Lamarr. Not too old though. Exactly, not too old. See, that's the thing. But yes, definitely with an older guy. Like, I just like to feel taken care of. Like I can take care of myself, but I just like to feel taken care of. Faye, I met a younger love interest for once. Also, I do like to just be taken care of too. Let's just keep it real. I met a younger love interest for once. Same sign, sun sign, same Chinese year, 12 years apart. Wow. How does that feel? All right. Paris, I didn't know what emotional support was growing up. I grew up the tough love mentality, but I'm always going out my way for the ones I love and never getting it back in return. Interesting. Maybe you're just looking for that emotional support. Maybe you need to learn to be your own emotional support, which is tough. It's a tough love thing, right? That's tough love. But I think what you're looking for is emotional support. Because that's what you want in a relationship, you know, is that emotional support, feeling like you're supported. Who has been nutting your cereal too? All right, I'll let the other people take care of you. David, I feel like you intuitively read people so well that you're able to pick up on the client's reactions. Yeah, buy nutting your cereal. The trolls have no lives. Like, you guys really need to. I'm not the one you. First of all, okay, I'm not the one you want to mess with. I do. I will fuck you up. All right, like, and not physically, but I will do. I do magic. All right, like I do spells, different types of spells. So I would not mess with me. Also, my spirit guides are very powerful. Sometimes I don't need to do anything; they'll just fuck you up. Period. So I would leave me alone. I'm not the one to mess with. Just to let you guys know. Okay, David, I feel like you intuitively read people so well that you're able to pick up on the client's reactions. I sense it when I'd see your readings from me. Yeah. Yeah, I am. I don't know. Yeah, I just have really good intuition. I don't know. And I also kind of know what you guys want, you know, what you're really looking for. That's why I think I'm able to word your question so well, because I'm like, oh, okay, so this is what you're looking for. This is how you're gonna ask. This is how we're gonna ask this, you know. Faba, I never thought I could even look outside my husband. Thought that would be last a lifetime. See, that's growth. That's healing, right? David, I trip out from how accurate you pick up on my journaling and creativity. Yeah. Tina, thank you, Lamarr. You're welcome. David, it's just intense, Lamarr. Saturn return is like a moment we are tested for sure. I know. I just feel like Saturn's been testing me all my life. But universe sends what our soul needs to experience. Exactly, it does. Killer Trilla, Lilith in Capricorn has a huge fear of neglect, so we like to feel and be taken care of. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because I have Lilith in Capricorn. Yes, and the fear of neglect is a big thing with me. Fear of neglect and fear of abandonment. Two of the biggest things I had to heal from my childhood. Faba, I found someone pure to ride the waves with for now. Yes, get it, girl. Get it, girl. Marlon, where does creativity come from? I love singing and writing music in my spare time. So creativity comes from the fifth house. It comes from our Venus. It comes from our sun. It comes from our moon. All right. It can come from a lot of different places, actually. It can come from the Pluto placement, because that's the self-transformative experiences that we go through, which often, spark creativity, inspiration. Dina, you asked my third house. It's a Capricorn. Okay, so that makes a lot of sense why you feel like you have to be, the kind of, you know, uh, martyr for your family in some way, or caretaker, the provider, right? Capricorn is the provider. Yahula. I wonder if Venus Cap and Venus Scorpio is compatible. They can be. Now, Venus and Scorpio, though, values like a deep emotional bond. So Venus and Capricorn may struggle with that intense closeness that Venus and Scorpio requires. Siobhan, I can't stand trolls. Me either. And they're just so, positive vibes only in here. Exactly. Trolls really need to grow up. I know. Like, why are you here? I really don't care about the trolls. Like, I don't. And my feelings are not easily hurt, by the way, just to let you know. You know? Like, I feel bad for you. Not in your cereal, too. Like, I really wouldn't mess with me. I'm one of those people where if I weren't me, I wouldn't mess with me. I would be like, oh, he's cool. But I can see that there's something in him where I wouldn't mess with him. You know? So I don't know why people mess with me. Because I'm positive most of the time, but there's definitely an undercurrent where I can be dark. Okay? Um David, I know Lamarr. I know, Lamarr, you're awesome. Much love for you from this side. Lots of love and support for me. Thank you, David. Queen of the Harpies, trolls, children need to grow up. I know. Lilith is so important in love, that Chiron again. Exactly. Lilith is important in love. You know why? Because Lilith is how we react when we are angry or when we don't get what we want. All right. Or it can also be how we use our seductiveness to get what we want as well. All right. Queen of the Harpies. I have Pluto and Lilith in my chart. David Bubon. You have such an amazing gift. I admire your work a lot and I'm very curious to know how a person can tap into their intuitive abilities more. I feel like the awakening I'm going through will guide me. I would definitely continue to meditate, David. I would also work on opening your third eye slowly. And you can achieve that through meditation. I would read more actually spiritual books, David. Do you read spiritual books? I know you read a lot. I feel like you should read a book I mentioned yesterday. Someone asked me what my favorite book is. One of my favorite books is The Tibetan Book of Living and Dying. Tibetan of Living and Dying. It's really, really good. Okay, you don't read a lot of spiritual books. I feel like that would be really good for you to really help you understand some things. Siobhan, well, with Chiron in the fifth, I attract hate when I'm being creative. People will downplay my talents. Exactly. And remember, this is what I was talking about in the beginning of the video. Have you healed your ability to deal with public scrutiny and public ridicule? Because that affects your ability to attract love and to keep love and to deal with love. You know, because love is private. Yes, the love behind closed doors, but you also have to go out. And how do you act when you're out and about, in a relationship, or by yourself, you know? How do you deal with your trolls? Do you kirk out? Do you get angry, or are you more balanced? You know? Do you understand that they're miserable and that they thrive off of, trying to bring misery upon others? Have you healed that part of yourself, that understanding? Because when you're easily put out of balance, that can definitely affect your ability to attract love and keep love, right? So, you know, clearly the trolls, their ability to attract love is zero to none, you know, which is sad. They have a lot of healing to do. Faye, I can see that, Siobhan. It's dark envy. It is dark envy. It's jealousy. They're jealous, but that's not helping them. It's hurting them and hindering them. Katie, I'm Cap and heavily tattooed. Everything I read seems so different from me. Interesting. Well, Capricorns rule the skin. So, sometimes skin, we can use it as a creative outlet, right? Do you have some Pisces energy or some creative energy? Where is your moon, your rising sign? Where's your rising sign? Because that could actually tell a lot about what's going on. Jenny Jones, new subscriber. Hey, Jenny. Faye. Hi, KD. David, I don't read. I enjoy Deepak Chopra. I like Deepak Chopra too, but there are also a lot of other spiritualists. What is her name? Marianne Williamson. What book did she write? That was really, really good. I don't remember what she wrote. Marianne Williamson wrote a good book. I don't know what it's called, but if you type her up in Google, it may come up. Who is calling me from Georgia? I'm about to just block this number actually. Yeah, you're getting blocked. Block, block, block. Good luck calling back. Siobhan, you're beautiful and vivacious. Many people sulk want to bring that down. Keep your head above the scum. Exactly. Patty H, what's your opinion on star seeds? Are they real? I do believe star seeds are real. I don't actually know much about star seeds specifically, but it seems like there's some almost like indigo children, right? Or something like that. I'm reading Living in the Now. It's really helping me figure things out. Okay, I'm going to write that down. Living in the Now. Did you hear that, guys? KD said she's reading a book called Living in the Now. Let's write that down. Because I want to get back more into reading. By the way, whoever that is calling me, if you're not calling me for anything important, I will report your number to the authorities. I don't have time for trolls. I told you, don't mess with me. David Bubana, I feel like the outside world can project a lot of judgment and different identities on us or what they wish us to be. Exactly, our sun sign. So are you going to stand up against that and continue to be your true self, your true identity? Or are you going to allow that to affect you? Now, I will say that people that can be easily affected by that energy of people projecting things onto us are Libra Sun or Libra 5th house, Pisces Sun or Pisces 5th house. And what are some other ones you can think of? Maybe Gemini Sun and Gemini 5th house. All right. You wouldn't think it, but it's very, very important for you to heal that, that part of us that, feels like we should need to change for other people or feel like we need to change to make people like us. But, we really need to stand firm in who we are, know who we are, and be comfortable with that. That's the sun sign. Patty, starseeds are real if you are one. Exactly. Libra. Okay, so you're a Libra. Fate, like vibes, cartel, tattoo, Capricorn. Exactly. Queen of Harpies. You have to use the gray rock method with trolls and hateful people in general. What's the gray rock method? I have learned, that meeting fire with fire is not beneficial. Like, that's why I'm not going off on the trolls, because I'll let them hang themselves, because they're going to end up hanging themselves. Trust. They always do when they mess with me. So, David Buban, Gemini rising with a Pisces midheaven. Ooh, see? I have Jupiter, natal Jupiter in Pisces, get career-related vision. Interesting. Fabel, yes, they do project onto us what they want to see. Exactly. David Buban, sometimes feel as if it can touch the places I'm at when I see it in my mind. Yeah, you're probably very sensitive to that. I mean, Pisces energy is very... Dina, blocked. Exactly. I don't know who that was calling me, but they definitely got blocked. They were from Georgia. Should I read the number? Because I will read the number. David Bavon, sometimes feel as if I can touch the place I'm at when I see it in my mind. I think you're really good at visualizing, David. That's really good. He is super tatted. Who is super tatted? I find tattoos to be really hot. I do. I actually want to get an arm sleeve eventually. I don't know if that would be me, though. Would that be me if I had an arm tattoo sleeve? Why am I asking? I should know if that's me, right? Fabel, Sinead O'Connor, Nicki Minaj is mine, and my new boo. Oh, you're all Sagittariuses. Okay. Eighth house is ruled by Saturn. My rising is Libra. David Bubon, I don't know if I'm a starseed. I just know that I have empathic abilities. I can feel and sense beings or presences around me sometimes. I definitely think you're empathic. I think you do have starseed energy or some type of psychic tribe, soulmate tribe you come from. Patty H, my daughter has K2. Oh, K2. K2 is actually associated with cat's eye gemstone, and I love cat's eye gemstone a lot. It's a really good protective stone. And Moon and her ascendant. Her ascendant is in Pisces, and she has Jupiter retrograde in Cancer. Is that good? Well, K2 can bring transformation, but sometimes that transformation can be painful. Jupiter retrograde in Cancer, it just means there's going to be a lot of change in her life. She's probably going to go through a lot of changes. Dina, gray rock is when you show no emotional reaction, just a blah expression. Be boring and dull like a gray rock when dealing with them. Yeah, you know, I mean, they're not getting anything out of me. I don't have time. Fable, I witnessed a shapeshifter for the first time. Vibes is tatted. Really? Queen of Harpies, the gray rock method is basically blocking out a person completely. It's a method used against narcissists and sociopaths. Yeah, which is funny because I had a lot of narcissists and sociopaths in my life that I blocked out a lot, you know? So I'm just doing my job then, you know? I cannot stand narcissists and sociopaths. So whenever I see that energy, I'm just like, do you guys know that GIF or that GIF of New York where she's like closing the door and she has that face like, you know, just get out. That's how I feel about patrols. Just get out. David, tattoo on a guy is so sexy. Oh my god, super huge turn on me. I know, right? I don't know what it is about tattoos, but I just find them hot. Siobhan, who is Vibes Cartel? Is he a cap and heavily tattooed? Is Vibes Cartel like a music artist? Dina, do it, Lamarr. If you're wanting to get tatted, do it. I want to. I mean, I have a small tattoo. It's like a little peace sign, but I'm just like, I kind of want more. Yeah, he's an artist, right? Fable, I have birthday psychic. It's hard to explain in music downloads. David, I love gemstones. I have a cat eye bracelet. Oh, I love cat eye. Garnet's really good for money. All right. And I really want malachite because I hear that is good to attract money. But yeah, malachite's good. Garnet's good to attract money too and good for business. Faba, I don't regret my tattoos. You know what? I don't think I would regret mine either. The only thing is that I worry about aging in the tattoos, but I feel like I'm going to end up aging really well. So I don't know. Something about me is just saying get the tattoos. Also, I know it can be really expensive. Siobhan, I need new crystals for my collection. Yes. Well, on topic, one of the best crystals to get for love is rose quartz, right? But did you know that the heart chakra is associated with the color green? So if you want love, green is a good color to work with. Believe it or not, um, a green candle is good for love, healing your heart chakra, and helping you to attract love to you. Faba, also love mineral gems. Yes, vibes is dance hall free vibes. Oh, is he in jail? Mineral gems. Katie, Lamarr, can you do a live? Can you do a live one day about sign compatibility? Yes, I will. I will do a live about sign compatibility. David Bouban, just remind me. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Do a live about zodiac sign compatibility. Do a live about zodiac sign compatibility. I wish phones were smarter when it came to typing. I mean, they're smart, but okay. I like the phoenix. It's like a symbol of rebirth. If I were to get a tattoo, I'd get that, David. Interesting. I do want to get something with like Capricorn and Scorpio because I connect heavily with the little bit of Scorpio energy I have in my chart. Katie, don't worry about aging. Live for today. Get the tats. Yes, I think I will. I really do. I really, really do. I really do think I'll get tats. Like a tatted arm. I think I want to do my right arm. This one. Yeah. Green. Wow, didn't know. Exactly. Exactly. Green and blue, I think, would be good for love. Or pink. But I would do green and blue. Faba, I lost over 100 pounds, so my skin deflated. I don't care. Pink, green. Interesting. Okay. Congrats to you, though. That's really good. Heart chakra is pink or green. Yes, pink or green. Exactly. So yeah, pink, green, or blue. Okay, for love, or maybe white. I wonder if white would be good. I would just stick to pink, green, or blue. David Vaughn, I like the blues. I also want a lapis lazuli to open my third eye and awaken psychic abilities. Yes. That's good. For some reason, David, I feel like you would work well also with essential oils. I don't know if I've told you that before, though. Where do they get the gray rock? Patty H. I think the gray rock was just an expression, right? Faba, blue throat chakra. Yes, throat chakra is blue, associated with blue, which is important for love, right? Expression. David Buban. I love blue. Makes me think of the ocean. Exactly. Ocean emotions, right? Ocean, the moon, right? I like the Chinese gem bracelets. Want dark lapis lazuli. Y'all are making me want to go to the gemstone store. It's Saturday. I should be doing something, running errands, right? I'm here on live. I'm fine. Dina, I'm surrounded by narcissists. My mom, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law. Sometimes my husband can be as well. He learned the behavior. He's a Taurus Gemini cusp, so he's not above manipulating. Exactly. Exactly. So that's another thing. That's interesting. That's another thing. When we grow up with narcissistic parents, a narcissistic family, we have to heal from that too. You know, narcissism is someone having a grandiose view of themselves, right? So when you have such a grandiose view of yourself, you expect the world to revolve around you. And then when you get out into the world and it doesn't revolve around you, you become frustrated and upset, right? So, and also if you hang around a lot of narcissists, or you grew up around a lot of narcissists, it could be very well that you have some of those traits in you as well. Or you could just be, negatively affected by those traits. Faye, have your funds ready and choose your artist wisely. Exactly. Exactly. David Blanc, congrats on the weight loss, but yes. Dina, what do you want to get? Like a mural? I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. I really need to start looking into it. I definitely know I want something on Capricorn. I think I probably want like a cross, but I think I may want the Hamsa hand too, or something like that. And maybe the Egyptian Eye of Horus. But those are like so cliche a little. So I need to figure out some things. Devon Smith, where do you get your headbands from? And hey, Lamarr, I think I got this from like Sally's. And the only reason why I wear my headbands is because I have little dreads. But I just wish I could wear my hair out. Because I cut my hair and I cut my dreads at the top a little bit too short. So I just think sometimes it looks a little goofy with little dreads at the top. But like when I'm with my family, I don't really care. They don't care. And sometimes when I'm on live or on video, I don't care, right? But I try to be presentable. And also I get headbands from Botanicas and stuff like that. David, I do use essential oils, but I use them in a humidifier for my room. That's good. That's good. You can do that. Fabel, my husband is a Taurus Sun, Gemini rising. He ended up too stubborn for his own good. Yeah, Tauruses can be stubborn. David, we love hanging out with you, Lamarr. Your live videos are fun. Thank you. I'm so glad you guys are having fun. Queen of Harpies, Dina, I feel you. I've gone through the same thing with my mom. KD, I was about to buy obsidian, but when I touched it, I couldn't catch my breath. It was weird. I had to put it down. That's interesting. I heard that some people are meant to work with certain stones. Maybe obsidian isn't your stone. They have so many more, though. Maybe you would work well with shungite or jasper or smoky quartz. Just some ones I'm thinking of off the top of my head. KD. Fabel, thank you all. I did it giving up alcohol habit. Yes, sodas, just ate superfoods, seeds, a lot of water. I'm maintaining now. Unakite. Appetite crystal for appetite control. Interesting. Dina, I'm definitely negatively affected by the traits. It makes me angry and frustrated. I find myself completely confused when dealing with narcissists. Thankfully, my cat moon kicks in and I can block it out, but it definitely wears on me and drains me. Narcissists do wear on you and drain you. They do, you know? Because they need validation, you know? And when you don't give them that validation, it makes them frustrated and angry. David, I have blue appetite. Is it true that it would help with weight loss? Faye said it will, actually. You know, one thing I find that really helps with great weight loss is probiotics. You can buy them at the store. It also keeps your digestive system flowing. Shungite is a great recommend. It is, right? Shungite is helpful with everything. You know, negative energies that come from, technology, your phone, all those types of things. David Bouban, do energy vampires exist? How can you spot them? They definitely do exist. Energy vampires do exist. How can you spot an energy vampire? Well, whenever you leave someone's presence, you feel drained. That person is probably an energy vampire. Whenever, I think that's the main way you spot an energy vampire. Whenever someone feels like they have to be the center of attention when they're with a group of people, they're pretty much an energy vampire. Whenever you notice that, someone has to always put the attention on them, or when someone's in a group of people, pay attention to how the people around them react when they're talking. That's a good way to spot their energy. Dina, Queen of Harpies, I'm so sorry. It's hard and difficult. It fucks you up emotionally, mentally. Stay strong, love. It does. Yes, David Faye. I gave mine away after I hit my goal weight. I had a high quality blue appetite in my pocket and in my water glass. It helped me. I felt. Oh, you can put it in your water too? Energy vampires are real, Siobhan. Queen of Harpies. Dina, thank you. David, oh my god, my trainer must be one. Siobhan, they need to feed it so an energy vampire is never chill. They are always at work. Exactly. So glad I'm leaving to be a broker. That's interesting. Do you mean with stocks? I love stocks. Stocks are so fun. I wish I had more money to play with, but I know eventually, it's gonna happen. But stocks are really, really good. I also think the reason why the trolls came this time so hard is because I actually didn't have my candles in the background. But I still have my candles going, trolls. Please, get out of here. You should be more afraid of St. Barbara than you should be of me. Okay? Just to let you know. St. Barbara is good for fiery walls of protection. All right? And also, the Holy Ghost is good. All right? So just because you don't see a candle does not mean they are not going on. Okay? Okay. Fabel, don't mess with a Virgo energy vampire. But yes, Virgos can be energy vampires. David, well, to be an independent agent, I can represent multiple companies. Oh, that's cool. Killer Chilla, I feel super downbeat right now. My brother's in a psych hospital, and it's all I can think about. How can you stay upbeat when things get tough? Yes, Q, I bind you, trolls. Preach. Killer Trilla asked, how can you stay upbeat when things get tough? Well, one of the best ways is to focus on the outcome that you want and trust that that can come to pass. Come to pass. All right? So focus on what the how you want things to be and trust that that can come to pass, no matter what things seem like right now. By the way, hey Q, thank you for joining us. Yes, Faye, also reach to your guides and work with them. Exactly. One of the best things you can do when things are getting tough is to get on your knees and pray, to be honest. And that's facts. Prayer changes things. Prayer is one of the most powerful spells, all right, out there. No candles needed. Hey Q, I love catching these lives. Yes. Hey Miranda. I call to the Orisha. Yes. You can call to the Orishas. Although I know the Orishas can be, it depends on your bloodline. It also depends on, I think, if you've been initiated, but there are certain Orishas you can work with or that people can call on your behalf. I am very particular of Oshun, Ogun, of course, Alegua, and I actually like Olokun too. I don't know why. I'm drawn to Olokun. David Bouban, mostly helping with Medicare, but also can write life insurance policies and annuities. Oh, cool. Faye Bell, send your guides to visit him. Read the Psalms. There's power in them. Yes, you know what's funny? I was reading the Psalms last night. What psalm was I reading that was really good? I think it was Psalm 71. I'm about to look it up really quickly. It was Psalm 71. Apparently, Psalm 71 is good for money. But I found it was good for kind of like everything. Like it kind of gave me everything I needed in one psalm. So Psalm 71 is a good one, but there's so many more. David Bouban, prayer is powerful. It is. I always feel a deep feeling of love when I talk to Source. Exactly. Faye Bell, Power of Psalm book tells you which is for imprisonment. Exactly. Ogun is for those iron gates. Exactly, Faye. Yes, Ogun is very powerful. Which I actually found out Alekwa and Ogun are kind of the same person, except Ogun is just another form of an open road, right? Of Alekwa. Because Alekwa rules open roads, open doors, open gates, those types of energies. So, very interesting, right? Dina, Lamarr, you are so wise. I just love you to pieces. No weird stuff. You are just you are just so kind with us as subscribers. So positive, generous, kind, and I love how you give us words of guidance. Yes. Thank you so much. I love you back. I love you guys back. Of course. This is, it's us, together in this world. Yes, Allegua. David Bouban, what is Ogun? I'm a bit confused. Okay, so Ogun, Allegua, Oshun, these are all Orishas. And Orishas are African deities that are associated with I don't know what the religion is again. The Yoruba religion. It's an African religion. And each deity rules a certain thing. So for example, Oshun rules, what does Oshun rule? It's not the ocean, right? Because that's Yemeya and that's Olokun, right? But Oshun rules beauty. Oshun is like Venus energy. So you can also associate the Orishas with like different planets and things like that, different days of the week. But it's all encompassing. We all have our own kind of thing. Like the Egyptians have their own deities, right? That they work with. By the way, an Egyptian deity that I love working with is oh man, what is his name? The god of the moon, Khonsu. I love Khonsu. Middle Easterns have their own deities, or Indian, have their own deities, or Hindu, not Hindu, have their own Uriba Ifa. Yes, exactly. One of my favorites is to work with is Ganesha, right? So there's different. Oh, thank you, Yahuwah, for sending a $5 donation. So we're gonna answer Yahuwah's question in a second. Let me get to us these. I'm so grateful to you. Thank you, Dina. I'm grateful to you. Faye, I'm white as porcelain, but I have a bond with my Orisha. Exactly. Exactly. It doesn't always have to be like ancestry. I mean, I honestly think sometimes the Orishas choose you, to be honest. That can happen. Dina, I wish I had the pleasure of meeting you in person. You're just amazing. Oh, Dina, it will probably happen one day, to be honest. I would not be opposed to one day doing a meet and greet. Somehow. KD, yes, thank you for sharing your gift and your time. Of course. Yes, thank you, Yahula. San Maximon is in Mexico for those needing him. He is like Papa. They chose me. San Maximon, I'm going to write that down. And then I'm going to answer Yahula's question. San Maximon. Have you guys heard of that person? San Maximon? Oh, I put his name wrong. Oh, no, I didn't. Or did I? Yeah, I put Sab. This is what I'm talking about. Phones need to be more smarter. All right. So, Yahula's question. There's a guy that I've been struggling to get close to, but there's been an attraction on both sides for a year. Should I give up on a romantic pursuit? All right, let's see. There's a guy I've been struggling to get close to, but there's been an attraction on both sides for a year. Should I give up on the romantic pursuit? So, should Yahula... Should Yahula give up on the romantic pursuit? Should Yahula give up on the guy that she's been struggling to get close to? Is Yahula, are you a guy or a girl, by the way? I'm just assuming. Should Yahula give up on the guy that Yahula is trying to get close to? Should Yahula give up on this romantic pursuit? What should Yahula do? What is the best course of action for Yahula to take with this guy that Yahula has been struggling to get close to? Should Yahula give up or otherwise? Okay, you're a girl. Okay. Should Yahula give up? All right. We have the Temperance card in the past position. All right, so there could be something about this relationship that brings you balance or initially brought you balance. Three of Wands, so there is some confusion about how to move forward here. All right, on your end. I understand. The King of Wands. Yahula, is he older? Miranda, thank you so much for sending the $5. Miranda sent $5. So we'll answer Miranda's question next. All right. And I will put the PayPal link below again. Why is my phone here? Okay. I'm older, but he acts more mature. Okay. That makes a lot of sense. So here we have the World card here at the bottom of the deck. So this is interesting. Is there like distance between the two of you? Do you guys live far from one another? This can also be a past life relationship with the World card coming up too. So it could be past life energy here. The Emperor, so I can definitely see him acting more mature. All right. But should you give up the pursuit? I'm not saying that you should give it up, to be honest, for some reason. I just think there's something about this where it's slow to start. The Ace of Pentacles comes out. Let me go up and get more tea. You've been struggling to get close to, but there's been an attraction on both sides for a year. I'm wondering what the reason could be between you guys struggling to get close. I just feel like, is there some sort of distance between you guys? With the World card? Because I feel like there could be something literally causing this inability to feel close. Whether you both or live far from one another. Yeah, he lives in another city, but we see each other once a month because of work. Oh, okay. The Queen of Pentacles comes out. The Five of Wands. Honestly, I would make more of an effort to see each other. Because I don't see that you should give it up. But I definitely see where you should be maybe a bit more forward about what you want. Like, be more forthright about what you want. But I don't think you should give it up. Hey, S. Roy. I think there just needs to be more effort put into this to make it work, whether that means seeing each other more or, stating what you want. Also, is one of you thinking of moving? Are you thinking of moving to his city, or is he thinking of moving to your city with the Ace of Pentacles? And it's interesting because I get the Emperor right next to the Queen of Pentacles. So, and the way they show up, they're like not facing one another, which is interesting. So I can also see how there could be like, you feel like distance. I feel like maybe he's the one that wants to move. Is he the one that wants to move? Because I get the World next to the Emperor. Where's Yahuwah? But with that being said, I don't think you should give it up. I think, you should move forward. And there just needs to be more effort put into it. More effort to see each other, more effort to communicate. It's crazy. We tried to meet up 5 times, but something keeps happening. Yugayo 23. Hey. But something keeps happening. I feel like there needs to be a conversation had. I feel like there's something about like there needs to be a conversation had. Because it's almost like you guys meet up and you guys have a good time, but it's almost like you guys go back to your separate places and there's this energy of, I feel like it's like, okay, but where are we still? It's like, there's no still concrete sense of where it's going. Yeah, okay, yeah. So I feel like there needs to be, like, you need to be more forthright about what you want and maybe have a conversation. I feel like a serious conversation needs to be had. Not serious, but just kind of like, I don't want to say that where are we going conversation, but it's just kind of like, listen, I know we both have our thing, we're both busy, but I'd like to see you more. I would like this to become something more serious, like that kind of conversation, right? That's what I see. But to be honest, I don't think you should give it up. Do you feel good about that, Yahuwah? Thank you, Q, for your $4.99 donation. So Q will be after Mirandra. Okay, yes, thank you. Okay, good. Good. Yes, Siobhan, that was good. All right, let's answer Mirandra's question. So Mirandra, her question is there anything my ancestors want me to know? Okay. Is there anything that Mirandra's ancestors want Mirandra to know? Is there anything that Mirandra's ancestors, spirit guides, and protectors want Mirandra to know at this time? Mirandra, are you thinking of making a big decision? Some type of big decision? What do Mirandra's spirit guides, angels, ancestors, and protectors want Mirandra to know at this time? What do Mirandra's spirit guides, angels, and protectors want Mirandra to know at this time? I just feel like some big decision is kind of weighing on your mind or your heart, Mirandra, at this time. Is Mirandra here? What do Mirandra's ancestors, spirit guides, and protectors want Mirandra to know at this time? So we get the Five of Swords in the past. This can speak of arguments, disagreements, not seeing eye to eye with someone. We get the Queen of Swords in the present. Mirandra, what's your zodiac sign? Mirandra, yes I am. I'm wondering if I should stay at my job or leave. Oh. Is the issue with employees or is it with the boss? Oh, you're a Virgo. Okay, that makes sense because the Virgos can come out as the King of Swords or the Queen of Swords. You know, because that's Mercury energy. The Page of Pentacles. So this can be a new opportunity, a new job opportunity. All right. Seeking a new opportunity. Are you going on interviews? Because I see you getting an interview. The Five of Wands. So this can be competition. All right. But I feel like there's something about like your job atmosphere and there being a lot of conflicts or just a lot of like maybe drama in the workplace. Is that accurate? If that's the case, I would say, yeah, get out of that energy, you know, Mirandra. I feel like it's toxic energy and you need more balance. All right. You need a more balanced environment when it comes to your work life. Is this resonating? I also feel like maybe the workload itself can be like just a bit much and maybe not worth the weight in gold. If you understand what I'm saying. The issue is with management. Yes, opportunities are coming up, but I keep having to refuse it to refuse them. Okay, yes it is. Okay. So there is issues at the work environment. It's with management. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Because I just feel like management can sometimes be disorganized or, you know, not organized. So it's like, you know, oh yeah, we're gonna get you that, you know, that raise at the end of this week, and it never comes, or they put it off until another week, next week. You know, it's like that kind of energy where it's never really stable or consistent. Here we have the Hanged Man. So I would say start looking for new jobs. It may take a while, a couple weeks to really secure something, but I would say go on interviews. Very, very disorganized, and it drives me crazy. Yes. I definitely feel like you need a more peaceful, organized work environment, especially as a Virgo. You know? Here we have the Page of Wands. So this is about movement. I see you moving to something new. I would say start making moves, start putting your resume out there, going on interviews, you know. Because I see you getting something new. But it's just like the momentum needs to, you know, get going. All right. It needs to get kind of initiated by you. All right. I see you either working with both a male or female, or because you could show up as the Queen of Pentacles, you could be working or be hired by a male. All right. So I would say go for a new job, but there is something about what field do you work in? What field do you work in, Mirandra? Because I'm seeing something creative coming up for you, a little bit more creative. Or that just gives you a little bit more freedom in some way to do your own thing. But there is also something about kind of a strict boss at this new job. You're a CNA. Oh, okay. I feel like you're going to get a new opportunity, but I feel like this opportunity that you end up getting could lead to some type of new opportunity. It's like you get an opportunity and then like another opportunity kind of comes out of that. So I would say, like, I see you moving up a rank, moving up the ranks. So I would say, you know, it may be time to look for a new job. I feel like that's what your ancestors are really, you know, saying is it's time to look for something new. Because I feel like whatever's going on at work is affecting your personal life at this point too. Like your energy in your personal life. Do you feel good about that? Oh, thank you, Dina, for the $4.99 donation. And thank you, Queen of Harpies, for the $4.99 donation. So we will do Q, Dina, and then Queen of Harpies. And anyone else who has any more questions. I think my uncle is coming to get me at 5:30, so that's in about 4 hours. So who knows if I'll be, on here for another 4 hours. I just love talking to y'all so much. Thank you so much, Lamarr. You're so welcome, Miranda. You're so welcome. Thank you for the hearts. I love the hearts. All right, so Q is next. So let me see what Q's question is. So Q's question, he's a Taurus sun, Sagittarius moon, Cancer rising, Venus and Aries. Wow. What does this all mean for me? Do you want a psychic reading or is this just a birth chart reading? Taurus sun, Sagittarius, and what context do you mean? Would it mean for love? Well, first of all, with your Venus in Aries, you're attracted to power, powerful people, dominant figures. All right. Cancer rising though means you're sensitive, so you may be attracted to power and dominance, but you definitely need that sensitivity in relationships too. Sagittarius moon tells me you need your freedom. Now, when it comes to family, and the mother, you definitely need your freedom. You definitely need your own separate identity from your family, from your mother energy, and it could be that you kind of need to travel, like, or move from where you are now to find love, because Jupiter is all about travel. Taurus sun, the home is very important to you, and if the home is not stable or is not consistent in some way, that could affect your love life and how you feel about love. Also, how people see you is just is important with your Taurus sun. Like how people view your relationship can be very important with your Taurus sun, because remember, Taurus rules the 7th house, so that's one-on-one relationships. But the dynamics that you saw playing out in relationships in your life, good or bad, affected love. Or I also want to say the dynamics that you didn't see playing out, because you're gay. So if you didn't see, a gay dynamic in a gay relationship dynamic that worked in your waking life, because it's one thing to see it in TV, right? But it's another to see it in waking life. That can affect you, because it's like, how does this work? So it's really about, once again, really finding yourself. Yes, I always feel restless and fidgety, but I'm low-key. Exactly. So it's really about forming your own identity separate from what your family feels about you and what your family feels for you, what should be for your life, and especially your mother. Now, what's the relationship like to your father, Q? And I don't see any Saturn energy here, but I'm wondering what your Saturn would be in. As a Sagittarius moon, you're definitely expressive with your emotions, so you definitely need that in relationships too. But as a Cancer rising, you can be seen as a bit of a sensitive soul, someone sweet and nurturing. It's like you're attached to your mother in certain ways, but you're also, you need your space at the same time. Because remember, Cancer is the moon, the relationship to the mother. So, by the way, like this video, guys. My Saturn is in Cap. Okay, so the relationship to your father may have been very, very like just father-like. Like you may have not had the most emotional relationship. You may have gotten a lot of your emotions from your mother. Okay, you and your father don't talk. Okay. And that in itself, like I feel like affects your love life. So with your Venus in Aries and your Saturn in Capricorn, that's very interesting. You definitely need passion. You need, fieriness in your relationships. That's important for you with your Venus in Aries. You know, Venus, Aries is actually said to be in detriment when it's in Venus, kind of like Venus in Scorpio, because Venus is a lover, and Aries Mars rules war. So Aries is a fighter, you know, not literally, but, you know, in this sense, you know, lover, fighter energy, you know, they don't work well together. So, or they supposedly don't work well together. But balance is key when it comes to love for you. Because sometimes with Venus in Aries, they can go all or nothing, right? So that gray area, forming that gray area, also boundaries is important for you too, Q, with your Cancer rising. You would agree with that. So I feel like the key for you lies in travel and getting outside of your comfort zones with your Sagittarius moon. I think you would find love by traveling, or you and a partner could travel. Because I just feel restriction wherever you are right now. Like you just feel restricted. And it could be due to your circumstances. And now I'm intuitively picking up on your energy, not reading your birth chart, but I'm still, you know, reading your birth chart at the same time. Yes, Q. Do you feel good about that? Is there anything else you wanted to know or you wanted me to kind of touch on? I love Madonna. I actually saw Madonna in concert. Faye Bell asked, are there any Madonna fans in here? Just caught a vibe. I love her. I actually saw her in concert a couple years ago. It was really good. She still puts on a show. Q, yes, you hit everything as usual. Okay, good. Good. You're so welcome, Q. All right, so now let's move on to Dina. Where is Dina? What's your question, Dina? And then we'll move on to Queen of Harpies. We'll soon be any change for me in my life soon. Siobhan, Madonna is an icon. Yes, Madonna is an icon. Madonna is Queen of Pop. She is the Queen of Pop. She is. You can't hate on her, you know? She is the original. She did it before Britney, before Beyonce, before whoever else you can think of, before Gaga. And I love Gaga. Britney is still princess, and no one can take that away from her. I love Britney. I want to meet Britney in person one day. Do you know I would stand out if I met her? I might cry, to be honest. Like, I love Britney. Britney is my Madonna, even though I love Madonna. But that's just because I grew up in the era of Britney, you know? Miranda, Secret is one of my favorite songs by her. You know, one of my favorite songs by Madonna is, what is it called? I always it's true, no, it's true. I don't know what it's called. Why? Oh, the show is over. Take a bow. Is it called Take a Bow? Take a Bow. I think it is. Take a bow. Yes, take a bow. I don't know. I haven't listened to it in a while, but I love that song. It's one of my favorite songs by her. I also love Jump. Are you ready to jump? That album was really good, by the way. That was a really good album. Whatever that album was. The one with Jump on it. Faye, someone in the room is waiting for someone to justify their love. Yes. Cute. Madonna kind of tries it, but I love her music. She does kind of try it sometimes. I think she just likes to push buttons and push the edge. Madonna put herself in here now. Maybe. Yahula. Hey, just quick question. Does the guy having Venus and Scorpio have anything to do with why it's so hard to get close? Maybe. I mean, if he hasn't healed his Venus and Scorpio, then, you know, if he's in the Scorpion stage with that aspect, then yeah, it could be. You know, maybe he doesn't know how to allow people to get close. Siobhan, she do be trying it. That's that Leo. Exactly. Where did Dina go? Or did she just donate $4.99? Because I think I might move on to Queen of Harpies question. That is one thing I love about Brittany, is that Brittany was never really political. Even though I think Brittany's way smarter than she puts herself out on to be, she's actually a Sagittarius, Sun, Aquarius, Moon. Believe it or not. I don't know what her rising is in. But I also think the industry kind of dumbed her down a bit. Like mentally. That makes sense. Oh, okay, I think she just donated. Okay. So then let's answer Queen of Harpies question. Has anyone noticed also that Brittany has issues with love? I wonder what's going on with her. Well, she has Moon in Aquarius, so I wonder how that was, right? I wonder what her Venus is in and all that stuff. Okay, so Queen of Harpies question is, will there be any change for me in my life soon? Okay. Hey, Nikki. Will there be any change in Queen of Harpies' life soon? Thank you for joining us, Nikki. So now we're going to answer Queen of Harpies' question that she paid for with a $4.99 donation to the Super Chat. And will there be any change in Queen of Harpies' life soon? That Moon in Aquarius had her shaving her head. Exactly. Miranda Parkin, Aquarius Moon, eccentric brainiac. Exactly. Have you also noticed that she's attracted to nerds? She says that. Like she loves nerds. Okay, so will there be any change in Queen of Harpies' life soon? Will there be any change, any positive change in Queen of Harpies' life soon? Will there be any positive change in Queen of Harpies' life soon? I have a shaved head, Aquarius rising here daily. I think it's that freedom, that need for freedom that Aquariuses have. Will there be any positive change in Queen of Harpies' life soon? Now I have that Madonna jump song stuck in my head. All right, Queen of Harpies. Here we have the Temperance card in the past. So you could need more balance. Whenever this shows up in the past, I always see it as someone needing more balance in their life. All right. For some reason, this does feel like balance with workload for you. Let's see what else comes up. Ace of Cups. So this can definitely be change, emotional change. All right. But for this, typically it's change from the inside out. So would you say you're going through a change internally right now, Queen of Harpies, with your emotions specifically? Or it can be spiritually with the Ace of Cups. Because emotions can sometimes be tied in with the spiritual. Is Queen of Harpies still here? I just cut my hair all off. Yes. Siobhan, I agree. My Moon in Aquarius. I love a smart weirdo. Yes. Okay, let's keep pulling cards. Here we have the Fool. So this speaks of needing to step out on faith, to trust your intuition. So are you dealing with a new emotional experience right now, Queen of Harpies, or are you dealing with a love situation? I feel like you could be opening your heart up to love, or opening yourself up to the idea of love or a new relationship. Is this accurate? But there's something about it where it's like, I don't want to do this over again. I don't want to go through all the heartache, the pain, the issues that comes with this. But I feel like you're giving more into the worst that could happen rather than the good that could happen from whatever you're opening yourself up to. Whatever new opportunity you may be emotionally opening yourself up to. Five of Pentacles, so this speaks of lack. Can be a lack of money, lack of support. All right. Or it can be a lack of belief in yourself, to be honest. Oh, okay. I am changing emotionally. I've learned to set up boundaries. Oh, see? Oh, hey, Dina, do you have a question that you wanted to ask? You're learning to put up boundaries, Queen of Harpies. And that comes through here with the Eight of Cups. Boundaries. Learning to when to walk away, knowing when to walk away. Focusing on work. So priorities. Prioritizing is important for you right now, Queen of Harpies. Prioritizing your responsibilities. Or prioritizing your, wishes and desires. We do get the Tower. Let's see what that means. Doesn't have to mean a bad thing. I think it's around a man. It deals with a man is someone you're dating. Are you dating currently right now, Queen of Harpies? Or it could be just someone you're interested in. The Four of Swords. So this is about fear of moving forward. I feel like there's some fear moving forward with a certain situation in your life, possibly. It could deal with a man or another person, but I feel like it mostly deals with yourself and your belief in yourself and your ability to kind of make it work. Like, I feel like there's something going on in your life where you're opening yourself up to a new idea, a new opportunity, something like that. But there's fear of it working out the way you want it. But you need to move forward regardless with the Page of Wands, even if there's not a set plan of action. What's your zodiac sign? Because I'm feeling Capricorn energy, and also understanding that everything's not going to manifest overnight. So that there should be some solace in that, actually. I'm single, but there is someone from my past who hurt me deeply. He's a Pisces. He's kind of all over the place. Okay, that makes sense. Believe it or not, sometimes Pisces can come up as the King of Wands because they have a side to themselves where they can be very manipulative, or they can use their suaveness to their advantage, which the King of Wands is good at doing. But I feel like you're opening yourself up to a new relationship or a new experience, but it could be the fear of that past situation coming up along with this opening up. So I would say work through the emotions, fight past the bad emotions that come up. I think you're going to be fine. But what you don't want to do is hold on to the emotions and end up attracting the same relationship, the same type of experience. So definitely need to heal and let go. All right. But for some reason, I feel like this also relates to like work and career for you, not just love. Do you feel good about that, Queen of Harpies? Dina, I love Madonna in the movie Evita, my favorito. I think I saw that movie when I was little. On any given night, catch me on the floor, working up a sweat. That's what music's for. I think that might have been an unreleased Madonna song. I actually love unreleased songs from artists. Did you guys know Madonna has a song with Tupac? Dina had a question, Lamarr. Oh, okay. Do you feel good about that, Queen of Harpies? Dina's question is, what are my husband's intentions? I feel they aren't good. What are Dina's husband's intentions with Dina? What are Dina's husband's intentions with Dina? What are Dina's husband's intentions with Dina? Siobhan, that sounds juicy. Exactly. I think the song that Madonna had with Tupac is called I'd Rather Be Your Lover. It's really good, actually. So, what are Dina's husband's intentions with Dina? Hi, Abrar. I'm not sure if you're a troll, but we'll figure it out soon enough. What are Dina's husband's intentions towards Dina? Let's see. We have a chariot in the past. All right, so this speaks of travel. It can. This is interesting. We have a 9 of wands, so this speaks of being disappointed. All right. I feel like there's something about your husband where it's like he can be disappointing. Like he can be. It's almost like the energy of you're like waiting at dinner or something, and it's like he's like, oh, I'll be there, in 5 minutes, but he never shows up. It's like that kind of energy. We have the 5 of Pentacles. Also, something about him not being supportive or feeling like you're not supported enough by him. Is that accurate? Oh, Dina, I'm answering your question now. Here we have the 10 of Pentacles. I feel like you want more support from your husband. Financially, maybe you want more effort from him in the home. Something like that. Like I feel like maybe he's just not living up totally to his husband duties. Is that accurate? I get the Tower and the 10 of Wands. There's something about him where it's almost like a quarter life crisis. Like he kind of just wants to let go of responsibilities. Do you guys have children together? Yeah, I'm feeling like he kind of wants to like let go of responsibilities. I feel like the biggest issue with this is you're just not getting the support you need from him. You're not getting the husbandly duties that you need from him at this time. So I feel like he kind of needs to shape up or act right, like you just need more from him. But as far as his intentions, I don't feel like they're bad for the most part. But I also feel like he can definitely be for himself. Like he can definitely, be very much for himself, not really taking into consideration the feelings of other people. But I feel like overall the issue is that you want more from him and he's just not giving more. He's not living up to his duties. So I feel like there does need to be some sort of transformation within him. Like he almost needs to mature. Like he needs to be, maturity. I keep hearing maturity, immaturity, something like that. But I could see why you would think why you would be questioning his intentions, because they're not exactly the clearest. They're not really clear, and I think it's because he doesn't really know what he wants. All right. So I feel like almost like a quarter life crisis energy, literally like a midlife crisis. Like, I thought I wanted this, but now I don't even know who I am right now. Oh, okay. Dina said she has to go get her rental. Oh, okay. Yeah, catch it on the replay, Dina. I answered your question around the 2-hour and 9-minute mark. And 20 seconds to be exact. Actually, before then, but. Miranda, if my sun is at 11 degrees Virgo and my SN is at 14 degrees Virgo, is that considered a conjunction? They're both in my 7th house. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yeah, Siobhan, it's a conjunction. Abrar, do wearing stones have any effect? And what's the white crystal stone in your right hand after turquoise? Oh, okay. So the stones I'm wearing. Lamarr, love your bracelets. Thank you, Q. So this is just a evil eye bracelet right here. This is, I actually don't know what this is, but I think it's for manifesting or for like angels. And these two are different forms of citrine. This is black obsidian, I believe. This is rose quartz, I believe, or smoky rose quartz. This I'm not sure, but this might also be for manifestation in angels or psychic abilities. And this is for confidence. I'm not sure exactly what this is either. There are so many crystals, it's hard to remember them all. But each one does have their own specific like purpose. I have more, but I need to buy more actually. Love you, my Utah sister Dina. Yes. Siobhan, Miranda, looks like you gotta learn how to loosen up and be more like a mermaid in this life. Yes. Yep. Yes, North Node in Pisces. Oh, okay, so your South Node's in Virgo. So yeah, that does need to loosen up. Exactly, because in your past life you were very, Virgos can be very, straight up and down people. I'm a Virgo rising, so we can be very bland, but it's not that we're literally bland. It's just that we sometimes don't know how to act in public, or we don't know how to act around people or certain circumstances. It takes us a while to mentally get there. Not that Virgos are slow, but you know what I'm saying? It's just like the Virgos are very much in their head. So in the past life, you were very into yourself. Now it's like you need to kind of break out of that shell, Miranda, in this life. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this live. I've been on for so long. I'll probably do this. I'll come back later today after I move my stuff in, because I have to leave in a few hours. Shimon, Lamarr, how do you feel about celebrity psychics? I watch a few of them. I don't see, the thing with me is I don't find all celebrities entertaining. I actually don't find I don't find celebrities' lives entertaining, but some of them I do. So celebrity psychics, I like some of them. I love Tracy Brown. I like Three Hoodoo Sisters. I love House of Stars. But I also like celebrity psychics who are dynamic, like who do more than just celebrity readings. Like the thing I love about Tracy is that she also does the horoscopes, right? And Star does her talks. And Three Hoodoo Sisters, they also have talks every now and then. Yes, cute, exactly. I know we love Star. We're always in her chats, right? So I love those kinds of psychics. So yeah, I love those kind of celebrity psychics who are very dynamic. But I actually don't like looking into celebrities' lives. Like, I would rather the celebrity pay me to look into your life. Unless it's something major. Or I just want to read you, for fun. Speaking of celebrity, one celebrity I do want to read soon is Whitney Houston. So I don't know if I'm going to make it a live, though, or if I want to make it, just like a video. Who else should I read? Whitney Houston is definitely on the, whatever you call it, on the list. Because I did Michael. Maybe I need to do Prince. Oh, Dina, I'm still here, still waiting for my right. Okay, Dina, I answered your question, so you may have to go back. Basically, let me give you a recap. Humi, let's see what's going on with Brandy soon, Lamarr. Oh, yes, we need to look into Brandy. Okay. Yeah, I think I might do Brandy in a live. I do need to see what's going on with her because she just released new music, right? Or she just made an album. I don't know. But we do need to see what's going on with Brandy. Oh my gosh. Have y'all seen Ray J's new baby? She is so cute. She is so cute. But okay, Dina. So let me sum up to you basically what your reading was about. So your reading said that your husband's intentions are like the issues that they're not clear. And that's kind of why I feel you have that issue with like trying to figure out what his intentions are. Now, I also did see that there's something with immaturity or him needing to mature up a bit more. I'm trying to think what was the main point? But the main point I think was it's like almost like he's having like a quarter life, midlife crisis, and he wants to let go of all responsibilities. So it's like I feel like you really need him to live up to his duties as a husband, and he's just not living up to them. You know, like he's just not doing what you need him to do. So I think that's the issue. Because it's just like he's not doing what he needs you to do, what you need him to do, and he's leaving you in the dark with a lot of things too. But hey, Star. Yes, 2 children. He leaves me in the dark in the cold. See? No new music yet. Okay. Do you remember when Brandy used to at least release like unreleased music? House of Stars, you on the working? Yeah, yes. You know I had to come on here to work. Star, guess what though? I'm about to move into my new apartment in a couple hours. Girl, I have so much tea to talk to you about. Honey bunches. I'm talking to someone kind of new. Not new, but I'm kind of talking to someone now. And I think he might come over tomorrow. But I need to see what you see about that. Hey, Star, we were just talking about you. We were literally just talking about you, Star. R&B took such a nose. It really did. It really, really did. Like, I have not heard good R&B music since, like, I think 2012. Yes, told you. See? Yes, you were so right. We will talk. Oh, really? Yes. He's the guy I used to work with, and he's actually black, too. Which is weird. I don't usually mess with black guys, but not that there's anything wrong with that. I don't know. Black guys just usually don't come up to me. They don't usually approach me, but I've always found him hot. So I don't know. I was just like, is he older, Lamarr? No, he's actually, I think he's a little bit younger than me, but he's like, this is the thing. He's the type of guy where he's more dominant than me. He's more older, but he's bigger, like not bigger, like as in he's taller, more muscular, but he's like, I think he's a little bit younger than me because we both went to the same high school, and it's funny, we both ran track together, but I think he was in a grade below me or two. Yep, it's not what it used to be at all. No, R&B music is not what it used to be at all. Yes, Star, we need to talk. A lot of guys have been hitting me up, actually. Not that I'm like complaining or, it's just interesting. I feel like my love life is shifting. Right, what's tea? I'm nosy. No, I get it. Eventually, I'm gonna get a boyfriend, and I promise you he'll be in my lives. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Hey, Eddie. What is up? New place, new vibe. You're so right. You're so right. Cassie E. Hey, are you reading tarot on this live stream? I am, Cassie. If you want to send PayPal, or if you want to send a super chat, I can give you a reading while I'm still here. Yes, Miranda. Q, that's dope. Your energy is definitely shifting. Oh, good. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you guys are noticing that. It's good. It's like it's one thing for me to notice, but when someone else says it, I'm like, okay, it's really a thing. Just here eating. Oh, that sounds. I need to eat. I haven't eaten at all today. Do you cook, Eddie? I feel like you would be a good cook. Siobhan, with this movie, you're really gonna be on some real alpha-ish. Exactly. Exactly. And that's what I've always wanted. I've just always wanted to be on my own, very alpha, you know. That's the thing with me. I'm really feminine, but I'm also really alpha too. I like the balance. I think it's a good balance. Eddie, yeah, I cook sometimes. I like to cook. Yeah. Q, me too. Exactly. Yes, you are too. Like, we're feminine, but don't mess with us, right? That's the thing when I move, like, I'm going to be cooking. I'm so excited. Eddie, I'm so glad you're here. KD, as a Cap, are you very demanding? I am very demanding, and I will admit that. I can be very demanding, and I've been working on it. All right, I've been working on it because I can't demand for something from other people and then not demand something from myself, right? Like I'm really working on that. Like, okay, am I demanding too much from this person, and not demanding that same amount from me? Because baby, yes, I'm telling you, I'm telling you. There's something about me where I can be, I'm sweet as pie, but I can definitely be feisty, right? We can be feisty. I don't like to be feisty though. Siobhan, that's that chart. Femme and masculine with that Libra, Scorpio, Venus. Exactly. Exactly. You're right. That makes a lot of sense. Eddie, you have a Cap moon. Oh, really? And you have Virgo sun, right? What's your rising sign? Q, I'm telling you, honey. It's funny, Q, that you have Venus in Aries, and I have Venus in Scorpio. Venus in Aries and Venus in Scorpio are like said to be like some of the worst placements, supposedly for Venus. But I actually find them very endearing. But I think it's that Mars energy. Like I'm attracted to Mars dominant energy. Virgo Sun, Aquarius rising. Oh my gosh, that's why I like you so much because you are Cap Moon in Aquarius rising and Virgo Sun. That makes a lot of sense. So you're really eccentric. No wonder I feel like you need to like break out of where you are right now, Eddie. Faye, but I'm so masculine for a female. Sagittarius are masculine. Sagittarius are masculine. It's funny because the black guy I'm talking to right now is a Sagittarius. And I see the thing with me is that like I also will date a feminine guy, but I'm highly attracted to masculine men. Highly. Like I will end up marrying a masculine man. That is my weakness, is a masculine man. Shimon, I think you got to grow into Venus and Scorpio and Aries. You do have to grow into those placements, Venus and Scorpio and Aries. You do. You really do. Because it's a lot of energy. It's tough energy to deal with, So you have to learn how to wield it and utilize it. Eddie, dude, yeah, I'm working on it. My mom just left for vacation. I would say, yes. Oh, so you live with your family. Do you have siblings, Eddie? I feel like you have siblings. Cute. Sagittarius are so funny and smart. They really are. And I love that they're funny. Like they have great humor. Saggies just want to ride. They do. And I kind of like that about them. That's funny because the guy was like, yeah, because it's an hour away where I live right now, or because we live in the same town kind of. He was like, yeah, I'd love to come down and see you. Like I would love the ride. It's the ride there is chill. So y'all are on point, and also, Jupiter does world travel, so that makes sense. Siobhan, I'm Venus and Sag with Aquarius, so he got to be part rock star partner. Yes, yes, part rock star partner. I like that. Venus and Sag. Yes, Venus is that in Sag is in the house. I have 5th house in Sagittarius. Venus and Scorpio. Your chart is dope, Siobhan. Cute. Yes, cute. Yes, cute. Siobhan's chart is dope. I like Siobhan. Like, I really like her. I feel like me and Siobhan would be good Kiki sisters. And we would drink and just talk so much ish. But it would be so much fun. I don't know if you drink, Siobhan. I don't really, but I mean, I don't mind. Eddie, I have a younger brother living with me and a dog. Aw. Oh, so you're the oldest. I feel like you're young, Eddie. How old are you? Venus in Cancer, Miranda. Venus in Cancer, Gemini Moon. Venus in Cancer, Gemini Moon. Oh wow. I want to be close and have my exactly. So you want to be close and have your space exactly. That's funny. Geminis are they do have this thing about them where they like their space, which you wouldn't think for some reason. But Sagittarius can be the same way, and they're polar opposites. Shimon, Lamarr, do you tell men what you do for a living at first, or do you wait a while? I wait, honestly, unless they ask me, and then I'll just be like, "Oh, I'm an online consultant," or I'm in marketing," because it's not too far off from the truth, but it's not bullseye, revealing everything. And then once I kind of figure out what they're all about, then I kind of spill it on them. But if they come over my place, then I can't kind of hide it because my place, which you'll end up seeing soon, it's going to be very spiritually decorated. So when they walk in, they're gonna be like, "Oh, there's something's up with this dude." Like, he ain't the normal, gay guy. Queen of Harpies. I feel like Sagittarius people have a lot of wisdom. They do because Jupiter rules wisdom. Q Amir, right? I like her vibe. I know I love Siobhan. Thank you, Lamarr. We would kiki. We really would. Faybell, my new love interest is also Sag. I love to drive. He works as a driver. I used to also years ago, but we were in the same neighborhood. Interesting. Yeah, there's something about Sagittariuses, but I kind of fear taking them too serious as well. Siobhan, I drink a little something. Yes, me too. My favorite go-to is wine, but I drink a little something as well. Katie, I think Sagittarius are the nicest people. I agree. Eddie, I just turned 24 last month, but I do look young for my age. You really, really do. Because I thought you were younger than 24. But that's that Virgo Capricorn, I think. Also, Aquarius is age really well, too. I feel like you're going to look more handsome as you age. Believe it or not. Not that you're not handsome right now, because you're handsome. Faybell, Sagittarius is like the drive destination in our bullseye. Exactly. We're the ugly yet hot as fuck ones. You guys really are. You're not ugly, but you're definitely hot. But Sagittarius are the types of people where like they can be not the most attractive, but there's definitely something about them where it's like, it draws you to them. A lot of times it's their humor. Because, we love people that make us laugh, right? Dina, thank you for answering my question, love. Totally resonated 100%. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sweet Lamarr. You're so welcome. Faybell, yes, life's a joke. We're just you guys are, and we need that energy. I love that energy, but I think it's because my Mercury and my Mars are in Sagittarius, so I have a way about me where I like don't always take life so seriously. And Sagittarius is like have a way where they like don't take life so seriously all the time, which is actually a good trait to have, believe it or not. Siobhan, a man don't really get fine until he gets in his 30s. Right, exactly. When your body feels that. I've noticed that because I've noticed I've been changing as I get closer to my 30s. I think I look better. Like I think I'm starting to grow into my looks more and more. Woo! I'm telling y'all, yes. Yeah, I think Eddie's going to definitely be a hot daddy as he gets older. Mercury and Sag, clear mouth. Child. Ooh. Yes, I agree. Mercury and Sagittarius can have some killer mouths. That's a fact. As a Mercury and Sagittarius, I have to always keep myself in check. I'm getting better. I'm getting better. Do not say my chart. What do you mean? And you got Mars there too, baby. Exactly. Child, yes. I have to just, pull back and pray sometimes. Ask Star. Star has actually heard me when I'm like mad. It's not pretty. I don't sound like myself. And by the way, I was not mad at her. She was just happened to hear me being mad at someone else on the phone while I was on the phone with her. Faybell, I'm not reformed. What do you mean? Kitty, Jay-Z. Yes, Jay-Z is a Sagittarius. And there's something fine about Jay-Z, but I don't think I would actually mess with him. One, because he's married to Beyonce, obviously. But two, he's just not my type at all. But there is something about him that's fine. And I respect Beyonce heavily, by the way. All right, Eddie, dude. I have Mercury and Libra in the 8th house. Oh, so you're very charismatic and good with words, too. Mm. I feel like, Eddie, you can also be shy. Eddie, where's your Venus in? Siobhan, I'm heavy in that Sag energy, Mercury too. Yes, us Mercury and Sagittarius, our mouths can get us into trouble. Ooh. I have Sun conjunct Mercury, I'll eat you verbally. Yes. Wait, your Sun is in Capricorn? Okay, so your Mercury's in Capricorn. Yeah, Capricorns can be lethal. Eddie, dude, JC has a Venus in Scorpio. Oh, really? That Venus in Scorpio, something about it just makes you automatically attractive. B probably rides the hell out of him. I'm telling you, child. Probably. I mean, excuse my language. No judgment here. No judgment here. We speak openly here on Lamarr Townsend Tarot, and I agree. She probably does, to be honest. I mean, also something about Jay-Z tells me that he's well endowed, but I don't know how I feel about talking about Beyonce's husband like that. So I'm just gonna stay off of that one. But I just get that energy. Eddie, your Venus is in Scorpio. Okay. That's why there's something about you. Yes, Q, big dick energy. He does have big dick energy. There's something about you, Eddie, that's very attractive. Like even with your shyness. I don't know. I think it's that Venus in Scorpio. I literally think as you get older, you're gonna come into your own. Like honestly, Eddie's the type of straight guy I would flirt with, to be honest. There's just something about you. Gina, so funny you brought up Brandy. I keep hearing almost doesn't count. Hence your answer to my question. Exactly. Almost doesn't count. Me and Lamarr are big Brandy fans. We really are, Q. Let me tell you about the first time I saw Brandy in concert. Oh my gosh. When that curtain rose, I could not take. It was in 2012, back when her album 211 came out. And it was my first time seeing Brandy live. And I have loved Brandy. Brandy is my Whitney Houston. And Whitney Houston was to Brandy. Q, I know you went off. I was so shook when that curtain rose and Brandy was right in front of me. I literally could not take. I couldn't. My heart stopped for a second. And the story around getting there is so funny. I had to bribe one of the bodyguards at the front doors. I had to give him money because I didn't have a ticket. And I was just like, I love her so much. I drove all the way here from so-and-so, could you please get me in? Like, if I pay you, will you let me in? And he was just like, go give me $25, I'll get you in. And as soon as I went in, I was like so happy. But it was the first time I saw Brandy live, and I just could not take. I was so shook. It was the first time I've been starstruck. The second time I've been starstruck was when I saw Lady Gaga live. And that was amazing. Because I was front row. Oh, not him charging you $25. I know, right? But I was just like, whatever. Like, I just needed to see her. And then it was my first time also meeting Frank Silent. Or I didn't actually meet him, but I saw him that night. I was kind of starstruck by him too. But now me and Frank are friends, which is interesting. Frank Silent is like Brandy's camera guy. Or he does more than that, actually. Way more. Siobhan, I'm glad B didn't go Hollywood and marry a pretty boy. Exactly. B really sticks to her guns, like with Jay-Z. It shows the relationship is authentic. Exactly. Miranda, he may not be the most handsome man, but he's got charisma. He does. Shema, I remember seeing Brandy on the school bus when she first came out. She was so sweet. Oh, really? That's crazy. That's cool, though. Yeah, I love Brandy. Like, I love her. She's probably my first celebrity that I, like, ever really stand for. And then Britney, and then the Spice Girls, and then Aaliyah. Don't get me started on Aaliyah. I'm still upset over her death. But I still listen to her music heavily. But Aaliyah was one of those people who like was turning into another Brandy for me. Like Aaliyah would have been my Beyonce had she, lived. Exactly, cute. Aaliyah is my number one. Exactly. I love Aaliyah. Love her. Her style, everything. She was also a Capricorn. So, I can't. Siobhan, she wanted to stay in school, but it was too much hate. Oh, I do remember hearing her talk about that on like something. It's interesting because she gets a lot of hate. I wonder what's going on with her chart. I know she's an Aquarius. Eddie, there's a full moon coming on the 24th. Yeah, we were talking about that. It's in Taurus, right? So it's a good time to work on, manifesting relationships and love, right? Which is what this live is about. So, Eddie, that's interesting because you just turned 24 and it's on the 24th. So, Eddie, do you have a blog, by the way, with Brandy? Dina, QM Brandy fan over here. Oh my god, we love her. I love her older music, but I flipped my shit when I saw she had a role in the new show Star Lost Me. Yeah, I don't watch that show, but yeah. Miranda, Aaliyah was one of a kind, and I love her music. Even though I know I love Aaliyah, but Aaliyah was just, I connected to her so much. Yes, Aaliyah. I think the Lord, Shimon, I think the Lord took Aaliyah so she wouldn't have to endure the backlash of dealing with R. Kelly. In my opinion, I can see that because I do think that would have eventually come back around to haunt her. And I also think there's something about R. Kelly where he's like I feel like Aaliyah would have become really successful, and then R. Kelly would have done something to like try to bring her down, but it would have been more so to give him clout. Like, oh, you think you're so good now? Remember when, that kind of energy. People would have been trolling her to death. Exactly. It's interesting because I think Aaliyah had 8th house in Pluto, and Pluto is the house of death. I like saw some reading on her, some reading some person did, and it's like, or not Pluto and Aquarius. And Aquarius is like unexpected occurrences. Yes, I think a blog. I don't know. I just see you like we're in your room, like lighting candles and working intently on a creative project. Maybe it's drawing or something like that. Do you like candles? I feel like you need to light blue candles. Dina, Aaliyah was such a beautiful soul. I miss her. I miss her too. Kiyomi, her death felt real weird to me. I was 11, 12, and it just didn't feel right. I was depressed. Me too. Kiyomi, I agree, Sean. Sean, my friend Eric produced Rock the Boat. He was going to trash the song and kept it at the last minute. Facts. Wow. Yeah, that song's kind of bittersweet, you know? Like, I can't watch the video, you know? Eddie, I light some incense and I meditate. Oh, okay, I feel like you need to light candles. It's good that you meditate, though. Eddie, I would love to chill with you. You have, like, a really chill vibe. Do you smoke weed? No judgment. Dina, I cried when she died. You're right, Q. Something was off about her passing. I think something insidious was behind her death, to be honest. I think his name is... Oh, there is something weird about her passing. There is definitely something weird. Or there was something weird. Eric Seats. Oh, interesting. What did Eric say about her experience, his experience with her? Did he talk about his experience with Aaliyah? I wish I would have met her or seen her in person at least once. Oh, you smoke weed sometimes. Okay, yeah. I mean, I just love to chill with you and like smoke and talk. Eddie, yes. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with smoking weed at all, to be honest. But Eddie just seems like the type of dude where I could just like sit and have a full blown conversation with him. I think it's at Aquarius rising. No one had a bad word to say about her. I know, see? She was a Cap, you know, she was chill. Exactly. Yes. Yeah. And it's funny, I didn't find out she was a Cap till recently. But yeah, she was so chill. But she was born on the 16th. That can be tricky. That's interesting because my cousin was born on January 16th too. And I like love him. Actually, I have two cousins born on that day. And I love them, but they're so busy all the time. Like they are so busy. Yes, Dina, Mary J. Blige said it best. It was a spiritual murder or something along the line. She talked about it in one interview. I feel something like that. I don't know. It's interesting because I did a reading on Aaliyah on my YouTube channel. Let me tell you the story about why I did that reading, actually. So I was really going through a very tough time in my life. And Aaliyah actually, her spirit came to me and was basically like, what are you doing? Like, what is this about? And I knew it was her because her energy feels very familiar. So Aaliyah actually helped me through a very tough time in my life, spiritually. And around the time that I did her reading, so it was kind of like, okay, I'll help you get through this situation if you do a reading for me. It was like that kind of situation. So that's how that came about. But after that reading, she would visit me every now and then. Her energy is amazing. Like, I love her energy. She's very nurturing and chill, like still chill. But it's interesting how spirits can do that, can help you heal. Very controversial. I actually had a premonition of her death 2 months before. Really? That's interesting. I do remember her saying she had like dreams of like flying, stuff like that. I thought that was eerie. Even at a young age, I was like, okay, that's kind of weird. But she's Aliyah. She's dark. She has this dark energy about her. So I don't know, like not like dark, like black magic dark, but just like mysterious. So it's like okay. Exactly, Q. Something about Aliyah was very melancholy, but it was so alluring. Exactly, at least for me. Yeah, I was attracted to it too. I think it's also our Venus in Scorpio, or maybe my Venus in Scorpio. I'm attracted to that kind of energy. Maybe it was our Capricorn energy. They're kind of depressive. Yes. Yeah, no, they can be depressive. We can't be either. We can't be. But there was just something about her where it was like Aliyah was willing to go places that the other girls weren't. You know, where the other girls were, bubblegum pop, Aliyah was like more in touch with her dark side, and I like that about her a lot. Exactly, Faye. She does have dark energy, female Cappy. Yeah. I noticed that female Capricorns do have kind of like a dark energy to them, almost like a Scorpio. I was about to say Miranda, it's almost like a Scorpion. I feel exactly. I agree. Caps can be depressive. Yeah, we can be. It's pessimism. Capricorns can be prone to being pessimistic. Siobhan, she probably wanted to be taken more seriously, not focus so much on the beauty aspect. I think that's right. I think you're right. Which is funny though, because I feel like she would have gotten more into beauty had she lived. Her facial bone structure though. I'm telling you, she was so beautiful. Aaliyah was so beautiful, so pretty. One of the prettiest black girls I've ever seen. One of the prettiest women I've ever seen. Period. You know? And full black, not like mixed. I don't think she was mixed with anything, unless she had some in her family lineage, which is definitely a possibility. But like, her facial bone structure, something about her eyes, yes. Her eyes had the innocence of a child, but like the the depth or the piercingness of a Scorpio. Like, like almost like she could look at you and like tell all your secrets, but she'll keep them, unless you cross her. You can see near her horns. You can nearly see her horns. Exactly. Siobhan, she was set to take over the industry. That's where it gets tricky. Exactly. Yeah, she was set to take over she was set to take over the movie industry. She was. Romeo Must Die was one of my favorite movies, and I love that soundtrack. I'm glad we're talking about her for some reason. I feel like she must be here or something. We love you, Aliyah. I felt like she was looking through my soul. Yes. And I feel like had you met her in person, it would literally feel like she was looking through your soul when you like made eye contact with her. Like Aaliyah was the type of person where she could tell a lot through your eyes. She could tell a lot through your eyes. She could read people through their eyes. Just watching her on film and TV, exactly. The camera loved her. It did love her. The camera did love Aaliyah. It really, really did. She must channel the Orishas. They come through her. Maybe. I also feel like she was really into Egyptian stuff as well. It is all that same spirit. You're right. You're right. My mother works in probate. She showed me the business journal. She had a lot of projects on the way. That's when I thought she wouldn't make it, unfortunately. Yeah, just different timelines. You're right. That's interesting. I wonder how the people, like all the people who worked with her, felt. Like I really like. It's one thing for us to be affected by her death, but I just wonder how the people who really knew her. Like I just feel like there's actually still like a lot of people in pain over her death. That is crazy. And she did have a lot on the way. But for some reason, I feel like something is coming soon from Aaliyah or her camp. Like I feel like we're gonna start seeing her more out there again. Jamie Foxx just revealed he wanted her to play the lead in A Star Is Born. Wow. She was also set to play in that movie with that Whitney Houston did with Jordan Sparks, right? And Whitney Houston put the movie down because Aaliyah died. You see how DMX acted with Drake overly? Exactly. Exactly. Very protective over her and her like. Also, there's something about Drake. I didn't like that. Like, I didn't like that. Drake has a way where he can feel entitled. Also, I feel like Drake, even though he was born in Toronto and he may be well versed in hip hop culture, I'm not sure he's well versed in like American culture. So there's something about him where he like totally doesn't see it as wrong. And there's such thing as American culture. Katie, as a cat, people are always saying my eyes tell everything. Exactly. Back in 2000, I guess he was attached to it. Yeah, she signed on for Sparkle. Exactly. She had so many big projects. She really, really did. And it's funny because I feel like Aaliyah encompassed a lot of Venus energy. So I definitely would say she was probably a child of Oshun or Yemaya. I also feel like there were parts of her where she was like a little bit Oya too. Like, I feel like Aaliyah hardly ever got mad, but when she was mad, I just see her mouth being lethal. I feel like she could tell it like it is. Like she could cut straight through your core. I like Drake, but sometimes his energy sometimes gives me parasite. Exactly. It's funny. I used to find Drake to be so fine, but now I'm just like, eh. Like if I met him in person, I'd be like, oh hey, keep your distance, please. Drake can be a dark side of Scorpio. He can be. He can be. I don't like that. And see how he said if Aaliyah was alive, he would be dating her. Like, boy, but exactly. Like, how do you know Aaliyah would want to date you? I actually feel like Aaliyah would have ended up playing him. Like, I feel like Aaliyah was a little bit of a player. Oh hey. Oh hey. I feel like Aaliyah was a little bit of a player, to be honest. She had player tendencies. That's a bad thing. But she knew how to play guys. He don't even seem like Aaliyah's type. He really doesn't. Aaliyah would have curved the F out of him. She would have. I feel like she would have. Or she would have used him to like make music, or like she would have fed off of it in some way, or she would have just played him to the left. But she has a way where she can like, she had a way where she could play guys. Drake cries too much. Drake been with all the fine women in the game just to say he had them. Exactly. Exactly. Clout chasing, like someone said earlier. Siobhan, Capricorns don't do fan-like behavior. We don't. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but we're very much people like K. You know, like, it's not that serious. Doesn't Drake have a kid? I think he does have a kid with a stripper. Is she a stripper? Allegedly. And what's the kid's name again? I don't remember what his name is. But I think he did have a kid. But I don't think he's with the child's mother, right? Oh, an ex-porn. He does with an ex-porn star. Oh, okay. Okay. Fade out. That's what I'm worried about with this new Sagittarius. They like targets, but once they got them, exactly. They do like targets. That's why I'm like, you know, like, see, I don't know. Capricorns have this way where they can kind of play people a little bit. Lamarr, Q. Lamarr, I keep forgetting your cap. You give me water sign for some reason. I know, right? Sometimes I don't feel like a Capricorn. Or a lot of times I just feel like a different Capricorn. Adonis, I think. Oh, okay. I wonder what the child looks like. It's funny because when Drake became a rapper, I couldn't take him seriously because I just remember Drake from Degrassi. Like, I grew up watching him on Degrassi, so. Siobhan, even though Drake been with all them women, he's still insecure as AF. You know what? Now that I mentioned Degrassi, I feel like there's something about Drake where he's a little bit insecure about his past. And I feel like he sometimes feels like he needs to prove himself. For clout or for like some type of like status or stature or like credentials. Almost like, what is that thing called? Hood credentials or hood, something like that. Like, but it's like the hip hop, like, you know, Degrassi High, like Lil Bow, exactly. I never watched Degrassi. Oh my gosh, I loved Degrassi growing up. Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through. I agree. Little Jimmy Brooks. Yes. Child, when he got shot and he had to go in that wheelchair, everyone on the bus next day was like, Jimmy got shot. Jimmy got shot. Good times. Drake is not alpha. He tries to act alpha, but he's not. At all. No, he's not. Mama's boy issues. He's soft. Exactly. Drake is the type of guy to get other people to do his work for him rather than confront you by himself. Porn star Adonis. Yes. Drake is very calculating. Whatever it takes, I know I can make it through. That's that moon in Cancer. He needs these women just as much. Exactly as they need him. Yep. And he loves the company of a woman. I find myself being attracted to him, though. The beard does wonders for him. Don't get me wrong, Drake is attractive, but there's something about him where I just could not allow myself to go any further than just maybe flirting with him. Like, anything past that, I would be very uncomfortable. Marinja Park, and also he's known for being from one of the rich neighborhoods here in Toronto. Not from the hood, which is why he tries so hard to look up. Exactly, because I just get that energy where he tries to get street credit. Or like, you know what I'm saying? Street cred. That's what it's called. Q Amir. And I love that he's sensitive and moody. I kind of like that too. But he's a little bit too sensitive for me. You know? The beard does do it. There's something about beards. But Drake is a little bit too sensitive for me. Like, I can't. He's the type of guy that I would play to the left. He seems just as suspect as did. I'm telling you. There is something about Drake where I feel like he's bi or bi-curious. Like, I get bi-curious energy from him. But he's the type of guy where, like, he would want everything to be a secret. He would, like, take care of you to make sure that you keep the secret. But it's like you wouldn't hear from him for a while. And he would only come around when he wanted to, like, you know, mess or something like that. Like, that's the type of energy I get from Drake. And it's just, like, that is just, oh, I don't like that energy, you know? But I also feel like that's, like, he can be the same way with women, too. Like, you know, like, here today, gone tomorrow. Very, exactly, Q. I agree, Lamarr. Yes. He paying off that baby mama. Exactly. Exactly. He just has his hand in way too many pots. I think his Lilith in Gemini is very talented. Yes. Oh, I didn't know his Lilith is in Gemini. Oh. Yeah, that's some Aquarius energy too. Yes. Exactly. Drake needs some spiritual baths. And he needs to watch the company he keeps. He has Mars in Aquarius. Oh, gosh. So he can be unpredictable AF, right? That's interesting. He's also super calculating. Like, with all that air energy, very calculating, especially Lilith and Gemini. Lilith and Geminis have a way where they can turn the tables around on you, you know? I love that we can talk about anything and everything on this channel. Like, I love that we can talk about anything and everything on this chat. I love it. Q said, and he needs to stop putting out the same album over and over again. You know, I don't really listen to Drake's music, but I do like a few songs. But I do feel like his music can be a bit repetitive. Like, he does need to be more creative. I feel like Drake is the type of guy where when he finds a formula, he sticks to it. You know? Like, if it works, it works. Why break it if it ain't broke? Why fix it if it ain't broke? Me too, Miranda. Crystal, my Mars is in Aquarius and my Lilith is in Gemini. Oh, Lord. How does that work out for you? Do you like with your Mars in Aquarius, you definitely like spontaneity. You know, like, you don't like to be bored. You probably don't like to sit still, you know, and be at home all day. Like, you're the type of person who likes to, you know, have freedom in what you do. Q Amir, yes, this chat is lit. I'm literally walking around the house washing clothes, ETC talking about, yes. Crystal, and I'm a Scorpio. Lord have mercy. Shimon, what do you think of Cardi B, Lamarr? I actually really like Cardi B. I like some of her music. Like, I'm not a huge fan of her music. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I really like her as a person. One, because she's a Libra, and I love Libras. She's funny, you know, and I really like her. I do. She seems like fun. Siobhan, I keep her in my prayers. That's good. You know, Cardi B seems like a person who is like, what you see is what you get. I feel like Cardi B is the type of person where she would actually come on this chat and like kiki with us. Like she's that type of person. Something about her energy I like. Yes, exactly. Eddie, you got your Mars in Cancer. Also, you're very sensitive to your approach to things. Like you like to really make sure that you're doing the right thing at all times, but sometimes that can like sometimes it's about getting it done and it not always being right. You know, especially since Cancer, you know, is the polar opposite of Capricorn with your Mars in Cancer. Also, you have a way where you kind of like the other person to make a move first to kind of, you know, be comfortable, to know where things are going. If that resonates. But yeah, I feel like Cardi B is the type of person where she can kind of chat it up and kiki with anyone, but she just needs to vibe with you first. Like if she doesn't vibe with you, you're not gonna get much out of her. She's very big on like vibes and energy. What's everyone's Mars sign? Yes, Mars is how we express our raw energy and our sexuality. So with your Mars in Cancer, once again, you know, you are someone who is you like a nurturing. You like nurturing. You like to be nurtured. Like you like someone who nurtures you, Eddie. Yes, I get moody as well. Yeah, I can see that. Because you also have rising sign in Aquarius. So you like your space, but you also have this way about you where it's like you really also want to feel attached or you just want to feel a human connection. But it's almost like you don't know what the purpose of that connection would be. Is it a love connection I want or need? Or is it a friendship connection? Can I have all of those things in one? It's like that kind of energy I get from you, Eddie. Does that resonate? Okay, Q, you're a Mars and Pisces. That's interesting. So you may be someone as well who wants the other person to make the first move, which is interesting because your Venus is in Pisces. So you also have a way about you. Oh, okay. I was looking at my candle. You also have a way about you where it's like you also are very dominant with your Venus and Aries. I mean, your Mars is in Aries, Miranda. Okay, so Mars in Aries, that's its home placement. So you're a go-getter. Mars conjunct Moon in Aquarius, conjunct South Node. I'm working on it. Yeah, Mars in Aquarius, very unpredictable, you know. And never really knowing how to fully approach a situation. Mars in Capricorn, Yahula. Okay. So very deliberate in your approach to things. Mars in Gemini. You can sometimes go back and forth. You can sometimes be a bit inconsistent. Mars in Sagittarius can be the same way. I'm Mars in Sagittarius. Yeah, okay, it resonates, Eddie. Oh, you just did your chart on Cafe Astrology, Katie. Bye, Faye. Love you guys, or love you too. Yeah, Mars is really important when it comes to our ability to speak up for ourselves and go after what we want. Q, my chart is a whole contradicting mess. No wonder I'm so up and down. Mine too, actually. But I think those can be the most fun, actually. Mars and Gemini, you must be good with your hands. Yes, that makes sense. Hmm. Mars and Cap want to mate with money. Exactly. Exactly. I'm loving this chat. I'm learning so much, just as much as y'all are learning from me. Mine is like mainly fire and earth. I have like, I have all the elements in my chart: fire, earth, water, air. I have been on here for 3 hours. This is officially the longest live I've ever done so far. I am so glad. To pop my long live cherry. Siobhan, with that Mars and Sag, I know you attract foreigners, Lamarr. I do. I attract a lot of foreign men. I really, really do. And I love foreign men, by the way. Eddie, dude, I have no fire in my chart if you count the houses, though. I do count the houses. So, wait, Eddie, you're mainly what? Earth, water, and air. Or earth and water. Miranda, I have a good mix of all of the 4 elements. Exactly. And I think when you have like a mix of all the elements, that gives you a deeper understanding of all the elements, you know, all the zodiac signs. I think that's part of why I have like such a good understanding of all of the zodiacs. So Lilith is basically the dark side of Q. Are you keeping me? No. No, I'm literally just waiting for my uncle to text me to let me know he's here so that we can go get my stuff from my mom's house and move it to my apartment later today. So, but no, I'm having fun, you know. This is kind of work, but this is also like the thing with me is that my job is my passion. Like I love my job actually. So it's almost not like work. Like I'm just having a conversation with you guys. Okay, so Lilith is basically the dark side of our personality. We all have a dark side of our personality. Lilith is also the aspects or the, you know, aspects of ourselves that we use to get what we want. All right. So you have to, it's good to know what your Lilith is in, because Lilith is the type of energy that can show itself when we don't have control of our emotions. For example, when we're angry and we don't have control of our emotions, or we're jealous, we don't have control of our emotions, you know, and we want to get what we want, Lilith will come through. All right. You know, good or bad. Eddie, I have earth, water, and air, dominant water. Okay, that's why I feel like that makes a lot of sense, because I feel like you're like balanced with all that earth, but there's something about you that is just like watery a bit. So that makes a lot of sense. Like you're very nurturing. You're a very nurturing and caring guy, I think, underneath it all. And I also think you're just the type of guy that wants to be loved for who you are and understood. Siobhan, I have Lilith conjunct Pluto in my 11th. Wow. I get hated on by friends, especially in public and at events. Yeah, because Uranus, 11th house is Uranus. Wow. That makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I'm most likely to get into it at functions. Gotta be careful. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense. IQ, yep, I'm very handy for a girl. Yeah, because Lilith is that kind of energy where it's like, you know, someone looks at us wrong and we, you know, Lilith is just ready, you know? That's Lilith. But it's also the energy of like you already had to be in the space to kind of want to, you know, do that. Fly above the haters like candy. Exactly. Don't give the haters any clout. Don't give them any energy to feed off of. Because that's what we want. Remember the troll from earlier? Who even remembers what they were called? I don't remember what their name was. But I'm glad they're gone. All right. So yes, fly above the haters. Like, bye. Bye, Felicia. Bye, Philippe. Bye. Just go. Siobhan, like if we were at a party and the guy hits on me, somebody will come over and say you can't talk to him. Also, cock blockers, cock blocking. I cannot stand that. You know what also I can't stand, but I also kind of find it hot at the same time? When a guy that likes you or you like sees you talking to another guy and then they cock block you. I cannot stand that. So then you have to, you know, make sure that this guy doesn't see you talking to this guy. So this one doesn't get jealous. Oh, it's just too much. Or is it just me? You're a hula. I get it. So my Lilith is in the 7th house, which means it's in Taurus, which probably why I have a hard time making close friends. Probably because you know what? Tauruses can be very possessive and controlling, and when you don't act a certain way or you don't behave or show up the way a Taurus expects you to behave or show up, they can, get a little, once again, possessive, jealous, frustrated with you, so on and so forth. So it's expectations, and standards are really important with Lilith. Wait, how do you figure out what house your Lilith is in? So you can go on cafeastrology.com and you can look on there, but you need to know the time and place that you were born, I think, or you might just need to know the time or the place. What house is your Chiron in, Lamarr? I actually don't know. Let me see. Actually, no, I'm going to use Cafe Astrology really quickly. I think it's always good to look up your birth chart to get a refresher, right? So let's look up my birth chart really quickly. I don't need to type in my name. I was born December 27th, 1991. Where are my 91 babies? Where are my 90s babies? At 9:18 p.m. So let's see where my Chiron is at. So my Chiron is in Leo. Yeah, my Chiron is in Leo. My 5th house is in Capricorn. That's interesting. I thought it was in Sag, but whatever. But yeah, my Chiron's in Leo, which is interesting. I bet it's in Cat. Mine is 94. Oh, y'all were born. Okay, so Eddie was born in 94. Yahoo in 95. Oh, Killer Chiller, you were born on December 25th. Really? Q was born in 90. Queen of Harpies was born in 90. Miranda was born in 88. That's not that old. That's only 2 years older than, the 90s. Vincent Caruso, Lamarr, you're cute AF. Do you date white guys? I do date white guys. I do. Actually, I've mainly dated white guys. Like, out of all the races, white guys are the main race of guys I've dated. It's also really the main kind of race of, like I've told you guys before, I attract a lot of white guys and Hispanic guys. Would you mind taking your shirt off for me on live stream? No. Oh, you're an Xmas baby, Coach. Yes. How does that feel? How does that feel being an Xmas baby? Siobhan, being on this platform is good for you with Chiron and Leo, Lamarr. Is it? That's interesting. Oh, that makes a lot of sense, actually, because Chiron is healing, right? And healing our wounds. That makes a lot of sense. Vincent Caruso, how about pants off? No. I was doing Christmas, but came on the 7th. Really? So January 7th. Eddie and Q. Boy, I know, right? He's so thirsty. Vincent, you would be better off looking at porn. Boo. All right? Because I am not taking my clothes off. No, ma'am. I always wonder how Christmas, December, Capricorns feel. Like when their birthday comes around. We're just going to ignore Vincent. Killer Chilla, my Pisces ascendant means I'm hella emotional the holidays plus my B-day and Xmas. It's too much. My Pisces ascendant means I'm hella emotional the holidays plus my B-day and Xmas. Oh, wait. Oh, so you are, all right. Right. So you're a December Capricorn and you're Pisces ascendant. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, that makes a lot of sense because it's like holidays, family. When it should be about you, it's about other people. So I'm sure it is emotional. If Siobhan Lamarr has class, well, I do have class. Don't ignore me. I'm just horny and you're the cutest streamer in the game. Well, I don't know what to help you. I don't know how to help you about that. Thank you, though. Killer Chiller, for an emotional bitch like me, I had to build it up and get mushy and sad around my Xmas B-Day. Yeah. You know what you should start doing, Killer Chiller? Do you buy yourself Christmas gifts? Do you buy yourself gifts on Christmas? Or do you do something special for yourself on Christmas? Yes, Vincent. Yes, Siobhan, put Vincent on timeout because he's just doing the most. Siobhan, people make me choose if I wanted a Christmas or birthday gift. I hated that. Yeah. Same for me. Because it's like Christmas, for me, it's like I'm born December 27th. So it's like Christmas, 2 days, and then my birthday. So it can either be like another big bang or it can just be like a dud, you know? So I've had to like had that, kind of thing where I've kind of had to, talk myself out of being disappointed when my birthdays come around. But one of the best things that actually helped me was I started doing special things for myself on Christmas, like on my birthdays, Oh my gosh. Killer Chilla, no, I should. That way I can't be disappointed. Exactly. Do something so nice for yourself. Barry Jackson, hi Jamar. First of all, that's not my name. Sorry for personal question, but are you a top or bottom? Maybe you should ask Jamar. Yeah, but Killer Chilla, you should do something special for your birthday. Like, that way it will be special, for you. Barry Jackson, sorry, I'm dyslexic. Oh, okay. Q, this is turning into Pornhub. I know, right? I don't know where, you mentioned trolls and the trolls pop up, so it is what it is. By the way, speaking of the name Barry, I love Barry White. Do you guys listen to Barry White? Oh my God, I love, love, love Barry White. He's actually a Virgo or a Cancer. I don't know if he's a Virgo or a Cancer, but that's old school music. That's old school R&B music. You were named after Barry White. Are you serious? My mom loves him. I love Barry White. Like, I love him. I love old school music. Siobhan, I hate that top or bottom terminology. It's inhumane in my opinion. I agree. Like, I cannot stand when gay men ask, are you a top or bottom? You know? I mean, the answer would be verse, but I don't see how that matters at all to this conversation that we're having. Which planet relates to health? Saturn relates to health. Mercury relates to health. I think Uranus can relate to health in some way. But mainly Saturn, Mercury. Saturn and Mercury, I would say, because Saturn rules the bones, it rules skin, it rules teeth. Mercury rules like the mental, the nervous system, that kind of energy. What's wrong with people? I have no idea. Kill me, yes, Siobhan, you get it exactly. See, this is why I love Siobhan. You don't ask straight people that. No. Baby Blues by Barry White. I love Barry White. Killer Chilla, this whole year, I kind of slowed down doing so much for my friends and family. I think I gave too much and got burnt out. So now I'm slowing down all the stuff I do for others and it's free. Exactly. You have to start, doing for yourself. Kiwamiya, the struggle of being a gay man. I know. I know. But I'm used to it, like that's the thing about like there are levels to being a gay man. Like you grow out of certain things. Like you grow out of the horny stage once you grow up. Also, different signs rule different organ systems and stuff. They do. Siobhan, it's like making a gay man a science project. I'm just saying, I agree. I agree. I agree. And I'm not a science project by any means. But you're right. And people like that, by the way. People like Barry and Vincent are typically, not all the time, but gay men who are in the closet or gay men who are struggling with their identity as a gay man, who like mainly focus on the sexual aspect of being gay, which I don't understand, but I don't know, I kind of do because I had to go through that phase. But I don't know, whatever. Hiding in plain sight, exactly. Exactly. Oh, Vincent, you're back? Vincent, I'm not in the closet. I just think you're hot AF and want to talk a little dirty. Oh, okay. Well, okay. Just be respectful. I'm not taking my clothes off. Exactly, Shimon. Just be classy about it. Queen of Harpies. I think that's just prying into someone's personal information. It's really off-putting and weird. Exactly, right? Killer Trilla, they missed out on all the juicy stuff earlier about family and relationships. And lessons from childhood. Exactly. They definitely did miss out on all the juicy stuff about family and relationships and lessons from childhood. They really did. Vincent has to be put out on timeout again. Vincent, you need to get it together. Vincent, what is your moon sign in? And your fourth house? Because there's some issues here. Oh, let me just. Can I block him? I'm just going to report him. I don't know if that will block him. Vincent needs to heal his fourth house, his moon sign, possibly his Venus, his Mars, definitely. He has a lot of healing to do. This Venus retrograde, I know, it's just a lot. It's a lot. But this goes back to, once again, what I was talking about, your sun sign. How are you able to deal with stuff like this? I think trolling is so weird and annoying. Like, people be bored of stuff. I know, right? It is really weird. It's like really weird. I don't understand trolls. I don't understand. I'm gonna do a video on the psychology of trolls one day. I want to understand trolls and why they troll. You know? But yeah, going back to the topic of the video, this is my son playing, coming into play. How do you deal with public scrutiny? How do you deal with people like Vincent? Are you going to let them get the best of you, or are you going to handle them like a boss? Killer Troll, I can't stand or understand trolls. Me either. Queen of the Harpies, Venus retrograde is bringing out some strange energy in people. It really is. Miranda, yes, heal and chill out. Killer Troll, do troll signs. I think I did a video on that, but I might do another live. Q, like I would never hop on someone's platform being random and weird. I know, right? I think it's just people, people want to try to throw you off your game. But I've dealt with way worse, or way weirder, to be honest. But we'll let Vincent go, I think Vincent probably just needs to jack off or something, Killer Chilla, what does this time of the year to prepare for the veil thinning in the winter months? Siobhan, when it's good vibes, the enemy comes and knocking. Exactly. Killer Chilla, don't we all need to jack off? We do. I think we do. All right. So, what do you think this time of the year is? What do you this time of the year do to prepare for the veil thinning in the winter months? The veil thinning in the winter months. I would work with your ancestors. This is a really good time to work with your ancestors. ancestor energy, spiritual, because the veil's thinning. So, with the veil thinning, you really want to make sure that you have people on the other side to work with. Also, you can really work with the saints. Like I said, Saint Barbara is really good, but there are so many other saints. There's Saint Martin Caballero. There's, Saint Expedite. So I would say, working with your ancestors, lighting candles, meditation, prayer, is really, really good to prepare yourself. But y'all, I've been on here for 3 hours and 30 minutes. Thank you guys for joining me. And hopefully I will be back later. All right. If you want a personal reading, once again, contact me on my website, lamartownsendtarot.com. Like this video, share with your friends and family. Subscribe if you are not already subscribed, and hit the bell so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. Right? Literally, it's been cold for 1 week, and I'm ready to go into hibernation. Same. It's getting cold. Much love. Bye, Yahula. Siobhan, come back when you can, Lamarr. I will. I'm going to be moving into my new place, so I don't know. I'm going to try and figure out if I can, sneak some footage for you guys, because I don't have internet there yet. So on Tuesday. You're welcome, Q. Thank you. Queen of Harpies. Thank you, Lamarr. You're so welcome, Queen of Harpies. Siobhan, hope y'all like the video. Yes, great content. Yes, thank you. Please like the video, you guys. And I appreciate you guys for watching and joining me on this live where we talked about love and how to manifest love and how to heal. Yes. Thank you for doing this live. You're so welcome, Miranda. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. All right. And peace out. Have a good rest of your day. We'll talk later, okay?